Okay, yeah, there's still nothing coming through. All my systems are open. So I click on the mic anyway. Now you're muted. Okay, you're unmuted on my system. So yeah, you're unmuted over here. But anyway, while you're checking that out, then we just roll a little bit. Josh, young man from Killeen, Texas, getting the job done. Unfiltered Logic is his channel. He's on YouTube and Facebook and doing a great job, man. Very common sense guy. And that's what that's what we need right now is common sense. Because a lot of people don't have it. A lot of people don't have sense enough to put grapes in a bowl. You know, they just stupid. They don't have no sense. So, and, you know, we hooked up. I watched his channel. It's amazing. Well, it's not amazing, but I can tell that the daddy whooped his ass. He was raised right. That's what it is. That's what I believe it is. I never met his dad, but I think, you know, it's just people raised him right. And he has sense enough to think and use his head. And so I think you're coming through now. I hear something.
You can hear me?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Yep.
Does it sound, how's the audio sound?
Yeah, you good.
Cool.
Yep, you good. Let's see. Did you post? You put something up? Yep. The
Yeah.
best way to subscribe, hit the button, and lock in with me. Yeah, go to Unfiltered Logic on Facebook and subscribe to the channel and lock in with Josh, man. He's a very hard worker. He puts out content every day, man. Is on point. He always know what he's talking about, and he has a great coach. His big brother Eric is Eric straight. Eric said he's gonna jack my butt up when he see me. Yep. All right, let's get started, Josh. Man, I got now I'll just tell you and tell everybody I think it's my civic duty, my spiritual duty, and a whole lot of things to do what I can to bring the truth to the people. Because I think Satan is busy. He's got people locked in with confusion and disinformation. And I believe that's why I started the channel, because I saw people, I don't want people around me to be dumb or to seem like they dumb and don't know what they're talking about and all that stuff. And I have to be very honest with you, Josh. One of the main reasons I started the channel, I went to Grambling State University, where everybody is somebody. And man, I was so proud of my school. I didn't know what to do. And then lately, the last 10 years, you know, people get on Facebook talking crazy. And I'm like, what in the hell are they talking about? So I said, man, that'll make the school look bad. You know, huh? Y'all need to chill. And so I was pretty cool. I DJ'd and drove the buses and did all that stuff. I said, well, you know, a lot of people know me. Let me help with this information. And I'm not scared of the mic. You know what I'm saying? I used to DJ or whatever. And so finally it pushed up on me to go ahead and start the channel. Man, did I get surprised? And they called me everything but a child of God, man. People was cussing left and right. I almost cried. Almost. But it really got to me, man. Some of the people that were saying some of the stuff that they said, and I had people that grew up that I know, they grew up looking up to me, and now they on Facebook calling me a bitch. And I don't know that wouldn't, if we was in arm's length, they wouldn't be saying nothing.
That's true. That's true.
So that mess got under my skin, Josh. I tried to quit. Then people said, man, you got a really good channel. You're doing good. Just keep going. And then and somebody sent a video, one of my videos, say Anton Daniels, and that's one of my dudes, man. I check him out every day. Very professional, I think. And then the lead attorney, I got to watching him, and I actually took the course. And the lead attorney was the one that really pushed me over. And then one night, Kwame Brown jumped on, just got pissed off, was full of that Crown, full of that Hennessy, and got his phone and just jumped on and just tearing people ass up. And I'm like, man. And so there you go. And so people were calling me a coon and a sellout and all that. And that's really what did it. So I just put that together and came up with Big Al, Uncle Coon. And it's trademark. That is my trademark. I own it. We got T-shirts and all that stuff. So thank you, all you knuckleheads. So now we got a business, another one. So Josh, go ahead and man, let people know. I was just giving people a little background on me. Because a lot of it, me and you still getting to know each other, but it's almost like I've been knowing you since you was a baby. But yeah, just go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell the people what's up.
Yeah, man. I'm from Texas. Honestly, I just started making content, man, about 4 months ago. But I mean, it's just everything's been so polarizing lately. I felt like everybody else has a voice. Why not share mine? I'm sure a lot of people actually do think like me out there. And so there's a lot of things that I could say where I'm just voicing what I think. And, people are feeling the same way, saying the same type of things. And obviously, we get the haters. The haters are going to come. The liberals are always the loudest. So they're emotional and that happens. But, you know, at the same time, there's a lot of people who reach out that I wouldn't even think would be that same type of way, thinking the same way with the same morals, being conservative, and they are. And they'll reach out and they'll say, hey, you're really saying the facts. I have people come up to me all the time, tell me like, hey, bro, I love your content, man. I remember we went to high school together. You be saying the truth that people don't want to hear or people don't want to say. And it's crazy to think that there's so many people who actually do agree, but they're scared to say it. So, I'm just glad that I can have a platform where people can feel like they're being voiced, they're being heard.
Yeah, I think I agree with you 100%. I think there are a lot of people that really don't want to say because they know the heat. And I think that's a shame that it's like that, but it is what it is. And but I believe there's more and more people. As a matter of fact, I got a video queued up. I was going to talk about that. Maybe we'll do it tomorrow. But I was going to talk about the support, and we could probably fit it in because we're talking about black men leaving the Democrat Party, and President Trump's approval rating is up with black people, especially black men. It's higher than it's ever been. It's even higher than it was with his first term. Now his overall is just a little bit down, and I'm pretty sure that's because of the Iran situation, and the gas is a little bit high. But I think all that's home. But I think President Trump is the greatest. He's the best I ever seen. And I remember back in the day, I was too busy hustling. I was a hustler. I DJ'd and I was always doing something. I started cutting grass in the 8th grade, and I've been making my own money ever since. And so I didn't give a flip about no president, none of that stuff. I didn't care. I didn't even know. And half the time, I didn't even vote. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. That wasn't no priority to me. I didn't give a flip. I didn't see where they were putting nothing in my mailbox. And so I was just always trying to take care of me and mine. And I didn't care nothing about that. But I do remember distinctly. You hear what I said? Distinctly. It wasn't no distinct, it was distinctly. Because Obama is the one that really got my attention because he said, and he was so eloquent. We got a black man in the White House and everybody. So I started paying attention. I said, okay, this thing gonna change a little bit. Man, Obama got on there and was talking about all the jobs moving overseas and we need to get used to it and all that. And that's what broke me. I said, wait a minute, man. What the hell are you talking about? You're the president. So you mean to tell me the president don't have no power? How all the jobs going overseas? Do something about it, fool. And you telling us to get used to it? It's the new normal? Man, F you. So I put a clamp on, I put a pin on him early. I don't know. Was that his first term? John, you don't even remember.
Look, man, I'm
Was that,
25 years old, right? I was 25 years old. So, and most of my followers probably don't even think about this because I look back at just what I remember around, or also research a little bit about what Obama's terms were like. But when Obama first got elected, bro, I was 7 years old.
yeah,
So, it's like a term ended and I was in my, teens.
yeah,
But even then, I remember a lot of things that just was going on. I remember how he came in saying that he was for God and for family, and that marriage
yeah,
should be between a man and a woman, and all those things. And then I see what he did throughout the time and everything. I don't know, man. Me being a Christian man myself, I can't imagine being able to fold on my morals and
yeah,
principles like that, and being able to say stuff like that, or even pass laws for gay marriage. Whenever I came in and said it's between man and woman, which I completely agree with, it is, and
yeah,
then you say that, and flip it up, passing a law that helps it.
yeah, yeah. That's
Um,
right. He did that.
but
But
I mean, I do agree though with the Trump situation. I think that Trump is, I mean, once again, I'm 25, man.
yeah,
I've seen a few presidents, but being an adult, I've only seen the last few, right? But just from everything I've seen throughout research,
yeah,
I think that Trump has been the best president in my life.
yeah,
It seems like he does pretty much what he says he's gonna do. I mean, I'm not
mhm,
gonna lie and say that he doesn't kind of play with his words a little bit here and there, so you get a little bit uneasy with some of the things, or some things don't happen immediately because it
yeah.
kind of burns slow with it. But it, I kind of agree with that for the most part. And just want to shout out Trisha. Yeah, oh, you trying to come to Texas in 6 years? Just keep it red. Keep it red. I see if you're following my content, you're definitely red. And David, new to your posts, but like your content, keep up the good work. I appreciate that, David.
Hmm.
Just wanted to
Okay.
shout y'all real quick.
Yeah, I see Tricia. Pike, love Texas, keep it red and honest, planning to move there in 6 years. Okay. Okay, we catching up a little bit, David. New to the post, but like your content, keep up the good work. Appreciate it. Captain Spaulding of the Devil's Rejects. Huh? I don't know some of the, but Obama's mama is white. Yeah, she was.
Hey, but
Man,
look, my mama is white. Well, was, my
yeah.
bad.
You know what? I gotta tell this. I don't know if my sister listening, but my mama taught school back then. School teachers, especially, they talk different at school than they did at home.
My mama was a school teacher.
The
Yeah,
dialect, the dialect at home was, just talking. But at school, they were proper.
yeah.
Good English, we used to call it. And I said something to my mom about that one time, man. I remember her swinging. Shut your mouth, man. You get out my face. That
Yeah.
was a line. You get out my face. She was on the phone. Hey, and I'm like, man, mama, you talking about proper that shit, boy. All I could feel was the air when she started swinging. Man, I love my mama. I got a little a video I put out Sunday. Sunday's Mother's Day, so I got a little video I'm gonna put out on my mom. My mom was something else. But my mama had the reputation, Josh. I don't know about your mom. My mama had the reputation of whooping every ass that came through there. They said she touched everybody. If
Yeah.
you, cause yeah, I know she what? But shout out to all the mothers on the early Mother's Day
Yeah.
week.
Mother's Day coming up.
And then that's discipline. A
Yeah.
lot of this is going
You
on
gotta
today.
have it.
That's all it is.
You gotta
People,
have it.
I told somebody the other day, I said a lot of young men, especially, and the young women too, but a lot of them are just one pop from being a good person. because I remember, and a lot of times they used to go. Well, you might not know this, Josh, but a lot of times they come from your grandparents. You know what I'm saying? Because they, you 5, 6, 7 years old and getting away with stuff and doing stuff, and then you used to run from your parents and run to your grandparents, and then finally you cross the line with your grandparents, and they popped you and lifted your little butt up off the ground, and then it surprised you more than it hurt you, and that really made you think. And they said, "Don't do that no more. Don't play that shit." And then that'll change your whole life. And I think a lot of
Yeah.
people just never got that. They
Yeah.
never got the pop.
It's the
That's
gentle
what
parenting now, you know.
they say. You know what I'm saying? They don't care about the
Yeah.
police or nothing. And
Yeah,
so,
that's true. And that's what's crazy, you know. And even like as time goes on, it always gets lighter and lighter. But the newer it is, it's like they don't even whoop their kids no more. They doing this gentle parenting. We're gonna sit you down and talk to you. You know,
yeah,
I don't do that with my kids, but
yeah,
that's what most people around here are doing. It's crazy.
yeah. I worked at a school, couple of schools, and I used to see stuff. Man, people come in and the kid get in trouble, and the mama come down the hall, man, with a shower cap on, titties out, man, and just raising hell all the way down the hall, and come down and raising hell with the principal and talking about the kid didn't do it and all that. I'm like, yeah, you know damn well he's just like you.
Yeah,
He did. He did just whoop his tail and stop raising all that hell, man.
it is just more and more like that.
Yeah,
It's
yep. And then
getting
now
worse and
you
worse.
really can't do nothing with him.
Yeah,
Let's see, did I miss something? Obama was a Trojan horse to the black community. He was really LGBT. Yep.
that's
Welfare
a
and gun
fact.
rights. Yep. Obama was trying to take the guns. Bill of Rights is not a suggestion. I'm watching. But you know what? And Josh, we didn't even talk about this, but uh, I believe, and I get your opinion on it. If you probably Eric probably already know your brother, but wasn't Obama born in Kenya?
I believe he was. I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
he is. Yeah,
I saw that. I saw that 10 years ago. It was all over the internet, and then they started scratching stuff and start taking stuff down, just like Big Mike. He
yeah.
was a
See, and I believe that Big Mike situation. I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. It just add up too well.
Yeah. I seen a lot of. There was a lot of information on
Yeah.
all of that 10 years ago, but all that stuff been scrubbed. You can't hardly find it.
But I
You know.
mean, it's just. I mean, kind of like Eric said, Obama was a Trojan horse for real. He came in, I remember how it was. That's one thing I do remember as a kid is
Yeah.
how everybody was like, oh, we got a black president now.
Mhm.
Like, shit's finna change. Like,
Yeah.
everything's finna be different. And you know what? I feel like all he did was ramp everything up, make a good show, and he was running around playing. He was at tennis games, he was at golf matches, he was at all the NBA shit. Him
Yeah.
and LeBron was best friends and shit.
Yeah.
He was at every Heat game while they was in the playoffs, everything like that. He wasn't even worried about anything going on in the communities. He didn't go to any black neighborhoods for real. If he did, it was with his helicopter right behind him.
Yeah. It didn't seem like he's
So
worried about nothing. Yeah. He could shoot
yeah,
hoop and do
that's
all that
all he
stuff.
did. And he pretended, but he was able to put on that show. He was a professional at putting on the show. And if you
Mhm.
see, Kamala tried to be like him. That's why her speech pattern is similar to his. She tries to do the same type of, beat around the bush shit that he does, where you
With
ask a
Kamala.
question. Yeah, where you ask a
Yeah.
question and then they wrap all the way around to try to answer it, but then they don't answer the question. That's
Yeah.
where she got it from. They were the best at playing on the black community, making everybody feel like, oh, they're for us, they're for it. They don't give a
Yeah.
damn about us. And
But I
as
think
soon as people start realizing that, the Democrats
Obama,
don't care.
yeah,
That's
Obama
what it
was
is.
groomed for it.
Yeah,
Kamala wasn't. She wasn't good at nothing except
she
laugh.
was she
She
was
was
trash.
she was
She
straight up
had
trash.
all she had all the single baby mamas wrapped around her finger though. She brought
Yeah.
up Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion, and
Yeah.
I think she brought up Sexy Red too. All them all them young
Yeah,
hoes.
yeah,
I'm like, man, who are we trying to impress out here? I'm
yeah.
confused.
That was crazy, man. Man, everybody wanted, and then to talk about leading the country. I used to get mad about that when we started talking about Kamala Harris. Like, man, are you serious? You a grown ass man. You want her to lead the country? You, she,
Right.
she, she can't boil water, fool. But she can't follow the instructions on a popcorn bag, man. The hell you
I mean,
talking
she
about?
was stupid.
We don't need that. If we need
Anytime you asked her what policy is she running on, she
yeah,
didn't have an answer. She just started talking about Trump. And that's how
yeah.
you knew she was going to lose because
All of them do
everybody was trying to vouch for her, but they didn't say any policies.
all of them do that. And I don't even think she got as many votes as they say she did. I think they cheated real bad. And I think we're going to find out this time because I think Trump is going to stop a lot of that cheating. I think the military going to show up at the polls. I think ICE going to show up. They're going to count all these mail-in ballots. They're going to double check them to see. I don't understand. Let's touch on that for a minute if you want to. I don't understand why the Democrats are raising so much hell about showing IDs and getting these illegals out of here, man. And I do taxes, and I know I've done taxes for people that have social security numbers and all that kind of stuff. I know damn well they got all that stuff.
Yeah.
So and they don't have no paperwork, but they got the darn social.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
doing all kind of stuff. So I know that's for real. But some of the people that I went to school with, I'm telling them, oh, man, you don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, man, what the hell you think I'm saying it for, fool? I'm trying to tell
Right
you,
here,
man.
I'm just talking out the side of my neck.
Yeah, you think I
Yeah.
just made this shit up? Like, man, you stupid. I ain't got time for that. Let me
Well, I
see.
will say you need
That's Eric. Eric said that. Yeah. What's up, Eric?
yeah.
Eric, that's my big brother. I'm not older than Eric, probably.
He's in his well, I mean he's like 50. Nah, I'm kidding. He's like he's in his 30s, man. I always like to mess with him and tell him he's about 10, 15 years older than what he is. His knees
Yeah.
getting tough.
Hey, Eric, when we got off the air this morning, earlier today, Josh texted me. He said, "Man, don't play with Eric. He'll shoot your ass."
I ain't say that.
He said,
Nah.
"Man, don't play with Eric. He'll shoot your ass." I said, "Okay,
Nah, I ain't say that.
Eric, I
You
apologize, bro.
goofy, man.
We like this."
Nah, I said you gotta I said whenever he comments something, you better know he already done did the research.
Yeah,
So whenever he say something,
you better know
you
what you're
don't
talking
even question it because he done already researched it. He'll go back and forth with you in the comment.
Yeah, because he know what he know. He know what he's talking about.
Yo,
Who said this? Andrew. Andrew said, "Big Al." I said to watch Devil's Rejects. You look like the excellent actor Sid Haig. I drove you nut. Oh yeah, I remember this dude here, man. This dude here used to come on here when I first started going live, man. He was just in my ass every day. Talking about some
oh yeah,
character.
you
Yeah.
got a fan.
Huh?
They portray as your hater, but really they your fan.
Yeah,
That's what it is. Yeah.
he I definitely remember him. What's up, Andrew? He used to come on here. We used to go back and forth. He always had something to say, but I appreciate it. He kept me woke. It's been a long time because that's been a little while. I think I jacked him up one time. He didn't come back, but he back now, so we'll see what's happening. But anyway, appreciate it, Andrew. Charlotte, sorry, young buck. Welcome to the Post America era. 40 trillion in debt. We're insolvent. I think President Trump is going to take care of that. I think the tariffs and all that stuff. And then let me ask you a question, Andrew. Since you're a smart guy, if somebody break in your house and steal all your shit, and 3 weeks later the police catch them, and they still got all your stuff, do they get to keep it, or do you get your shit back? I'm just asking because
No, I want my shit back.
all this corruption, and all this stuff that they doing. I don't think we're gonna owe for that. And I think a lot of that debt, the debt that America is in, I think a lot of it is corruption and fraud. And so I think it's going to get erased. And if anybody can do that and get that done, it's Donald J. Quavius Trump. And so I think he's going to erase a whole lot of this, and we're not going to owe. And check the scriptures. The people that stole the money, they got to give it up. And so I don't think America is in nearly as bad a shape as we think it is. And then with the tariffs coming in, you know how I know it's working? Because they ain't saying a damn thing about it. If it wasn't working, Johnson, they'd be screaming and hollering.
Well, I mean, they didn't go through. They got denied, and that's actually been a whole issue.
I'm gonna check with Eric on that. He rerouted that. He had several different ways. They clipped him one way, but he had another way that he did. The tariffs are working.
Possibly. The last time I heard about it, it was something about the Supreme Court said it was unconstitutional, and they blocked it. It's the last thing I heard. So I'm not sure, but from what I'm hearing is we might have to foot the bill, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I like what Trump's ideas are, but I wish he would sometimes slow down a little bit whenever he does certain things. Like, don't get me wrong, I like Trump. I like what he's doing, but I wish that he would, try to please them a little bit so that we won't have a hiccup for everything that he does. Like, I get whenever he first came in, he wanted to make some big punches and, make a scene, make a show like, hey, look, I'm coming in, I'm doing that, and I get it. But now I'm kind of like, I hope he slows down a little bit, and tries to, I mean, I know he's still trying to get things going for the midterms, but hopefully he tries to, get things a little bit evener so that we're not sitting here playing these games with the Supreme Court over everything, like we've been doing this whole first year. They're challenging almost everything, and it's like,
don't you think that's his strategy? It's to send it to the Supreme Court, because when it goes to the Supreme Court, then everybody. Pretty much everybody gets a chance to see that he did it right. I'm gonna follow up on that, because what he did with the tariffs, he did it one way, and the Supreme Court did knock it down, but they couldn't stop him because he had some rights as the president to do it, and all he did was just pivoted on them. But they're not saying nothing about it because he made the move. But every now and then he'll mention it. But the tariffs are working. The money's coming in. We'll follow up on that. Let's see.
I mean, I hope so. But I just mean moving forward, not necessarily that he was doing something that I didn't like. I wanted the tariffs, especially because he was saying that he was going to take away income taxes for tariffs. But, I'm hoping that, he could find some way to do things a certain way so that he doesn't have to worry about getting a block every single time. We think we got one thing going, and then they block it. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully after these midterms, they have a strategy to where we can get things done without so much calamity in between it. But I know obviously there's a narrative against everything he does, so that makes it a big idea too. But it's not necessarily that he's doing something wrong. It's just I hope that they can be able to work that part out so that we're not dealing with that every single time. That just makes it slow.
Yeah, I think anything he does, they're gonna come up with a block.
Yeah, that's true.
Block. The only way that ain't gonna happen is when they can get their bus locked up and put in prison.
Yeah. They hate that, man. It's crazy because there's never been this for a president before. There's never been this type of hatred. This many attempts on a president's life is crazy. The fact that the Secret Service isn't doing their job right is crazy too. But it's just insane. So many people hate the president. I've never seen this ever in my life. I mean, you're I was gonna say you're older than me. Maybe you've seen it before, but I've never seen this many people hate the president.
Nobody didn't give a damn. People should be trying to work and getting stuff done. Nobody give a flip about no damn president.
Yeah.
every now and then, we had them black and white TVs. Every now and then, it was, all the feds would come on there and say, "We got an announcement from the president." He come on there and grin. He'll say some shit like, Russia trying to cut up, and I think we might have to put something on them. And then he go off, and then we don't hear nothing else. And then next thing you know, Walter Cronkite come on and say the Yankees beat the Dodgers. And that's all it was. We didn't hear nothing about no president or nothing. Unless they was, it just wasn't a big deal back then. But people had mad respect for the president because everybody in school did, and the Star Spangled Banner flag and all that. Everybody was operating, and everybody loved America. And I think this is a whole subject, but I think that's where all that African American, who came up with that? Jesse Jackson, man, ain't from no damn Africa. What the hell you coming from? Man, you keep that. I ain't never. There's Kunta Kinte knocked on your door. Where Eric at? Let me see what Eric. There's Kunta Kinte knocked on your door. Some of your lost cousin from Tanzania. You ever seen that? Anybody came from Africa and knocked on our door and said they come on, man. I ain't never seen nobody with no connection with no Africa, man. Yeah, you get to checking all that stuff. I guarantee you, Indian. Let me see what Eric said about that. I might be in trouble. Okay, Eric said Obama and Kamala have historic black families in the United States. Nah, they ain't from you.
Oh, that's one of my other co-hosts right there, Harley. She works with me on Unfiltered Logic all the time. Y'all go check out her content on Facebook. She puts out some good stuff.
Drop her stuff on there.
Yeah. That's her right there. Y'all just check out Harley, Odd Ugly Ducky. She makes some good content on Facebook, and I think she has a cleaning business too. So if y'all need, if y'all in the CTX area, need some stuff cleaned, hit her up.
Where's she at? In Killeen?
Yeah, Killeen area.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Oh shit. I think Eric. Let me read this first. I think Eric done got lit. Let me see. Read that, John. What it say? Can you see it?
Say facts. Fuck that African American bullshit, But that's true. I mean, we mix with so many things anyway. But at the same time, African American, there's no way. And you made a video about this. There's no way that all those people got dragged on those cheap old boats that could barely get. If you remember in the history stories, just being a history class, there was so many boats that couldn't make it across smaller bodies of water. So how did they make it all the way over there? And it wasn't that great of a boat. And I mean, not to mention they were like paddling and shit as the slaves. And like you said, they were supposed to never have left the bottom of the boat. Shit, piss in there. Didn't get pneumonia. Barely got fed. How did they survive all the way over there? That doesn't make any sense.
That didn't make no sense. I said that shit in the 7th grade and got put out of class, man. I'm like, how the hell do people lay down in a boat like that with shit and piss? And the people trying to make it seem like it was so bad. I said, well, that's impossible. And then sail 3 months. Everybody on the damn boat has been dead, man. You can't be around those. That shit turned to ammonia.
Yeah. You'll be died in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, you'd be dead as hell. So some of that stuff.
Especially probably within less than 2 weeks, because it's not just yours. It's other people's that you're all sitting. Y'all probably all dead within 5 days. That's not happening.
How is that possible?
And then at the same time, a lot of them, it's already been traced back to. A lot of them are like Native Americans. Most people, if you actually did like a real background, I guess, DNA test, whatever you want to call it, and found out where you really are from, most of them are not from Africa.
No, I ain't from no damn Africa.
And another thing is people don't realize that we didn't go over there and get them and bring them back. So that whole story is fake.
The whole thing is messed up. So you got the white man getting on a regular ass boat, right? How the hell
No,
did
the
he
white
get on?
man didn't get on the boat and do anything.
Right,
The
that's what
the
I'm saying.
black people in Africa sold the people to
So
the Arabs.
right,
The Arabs sold them to people around the world.
exactly. Now
Yeah,
that's what really happened. But
yeah,
they telling people that the white man went to Africa, right, in the boat, got off the ship and went in the jungle, right?
yeah,
That don't even make no damn sense. So how in the hell did a white man chase down Negroes that look like LeBron James and run like Usain Bolt?
right,
And then
right, right.
what about the anacondas and the elephants and hippos and all that shit? They got spiders over there that damn big. Spiders are carrying bazookas, right? And then
Yeah,
how come the white man went to a place that they don't know nothing about and then capture a nigga that run 40 miles an hour and drag
yeah,
his ass back and put him on a boat and then stack them all up and bring them back to that shit don't make no sense, man.
it don't, it
None.
don't. None of it
Man,
makes sense.
now you talk about pissing some people off,
Yeah,
say that shit. And
yeah,
see
yeah,
the mad as hell. They want to be a slave. I'm like, man, ain't nobody, man, hell no. My parents ain't said nothing. I ain't never heard them say nothing about that shit. Now,
yeah.
I did hear that my great grandfather was a sharecropper, and they picked cotton, but it was they wasn't bound to the shit. People used to leave all the time and go up north and go to Detroit and places like whatever they wanted to do. And my grandmother, bless her heart, she walked over there. She said she wasn't picking no more damn cotton, and she left. Man, where you going? I don't know. There's something better than this shit. And bless
Yeah.
her heart, I tell you, we didn't grow up poor. She had 3 nightclubs. She got it done. So she was an entrepreneur. I didn't know what the hell that was till I came to ground. I said, what the hell is that? How you spell that shit? But anyway, I'm glad me and Eric on the same page. I tell you, we brothers. Did I tell you that? Eric say, fuck that African shit. I'm with you on that, bro. Okay, Damon. Damon is in the house. Damon said, hello. What's up?
What's up,
Okay,
Damon?
Chapo, that's
Good morning.
the Dems, the Rhino Block things, the more they prove how anti-American they are, and everyone can see it. Yeah, I say that all the
That's
time.
true. That's true.
Yeah,
And I completely agree with that. I wish they would not sit here and do everything they can. And most of them are Obama appointed judges, which is
yeah.
what's so crazy.
Well,
It's
doesn't that tie
sad.
in back into what you were saying just a minute ago? Because everything he does, they gonna oppose it. Point
Yeah.
blank, period. And that's what's going on. Let me see. Eric say, what do you say? I might
He
have to jump
said
on y'all one day, but Josh, no, I'll put y'all. We talk all the time about this type of stuff. I'm a black American. I'm with you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said the other day. I said, man, all this shit. I'm American. I ain't, hey, the color of my skin is black. But yeah, you
Yep.
come on and get ready, man. We chop it up. Yo,
Yeah, yeah.
I got the link in
Not
the link is right there. Anybody can
yeah.
come on. Yep. But yeah, we ain't
But
even got
yeah, we was talking about. I was telling them the other day, like one of these days I'll have you get up on there because me and him, like, if you just heard our conversation on a normal phone call, that shit
yeah.
would be a viral podcast about some shit because we be talking about that shit all day. Like we'll fuck around, call each other to say some bullshit,
Yeah.
and we'll be on the phone 4 hours talking about all the
Yeah.
shit going on and getting deep into it, talking about every detail, what I done seen, what he done seen, what I know about it, what he know about. We talking about all of that, getting
Yeah.
into it, getting into the breakdown of it. Like we talk about that all the time. So he definitely, if he hop on here, he got some. I'm telling you, he do his research.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, put your channel on there. Damon
Yeah,
said,
yeah. It's unfiltered logic. I think it's unfiltered logic 001. If not, it's unfiltered logic 01. But yeah, that's my YouTube channel. I'm actually streaming this live on there as well right now. So you should see that as one of the first videos up there. Uh, I'm starting to get more active on there now, but I wasn't as active before. I'm gonna get I'm gonna be a lot more active. I have a live stream I'm gonna start doing every Wednesday at 12.
Hmm.
Um, in about 2 weeks, I'm starting it. And then me and Al are gonna hop on here at least 2 times a week. I got a couple other content creators I'm collabing with a couple times a week, so I'm gonna keep it coming just like I do on Facebook, and just keep tuning in, and I'll keep it
Yeah,
coming.
yeah. I'll be. Yeah, man. I'm down with that, man. I'm vibe with you. I was just tax season. Matter of fact, I ain't talked to Damon. Damon, that's my road dog right there. If you notice, every time I post something on Facebook, Damon be the first one to hit it. He,
Yeah.
he be falling out of stuff. A lot of times when I uh, do stuff, Damon, uh, how many people do you think have attacked me on Facebook that I took them down? How many? Let me see what he say. Damon be on there. Damon be on there falling out, and then whenever I say something, I don't have. You know how some people they try to be funny and they try to crack a joke and they put 99, put 9 laughing emojis behind their shit. I ain't got to do none of that. Damon will come on there and fall out for me. That's my boy right there. Let's see.
Yeah.
Thank you both for what you're doing. That's Chapo Cravens. Okay, that's what's up.
I
That's what
appreciate
we
that.
do.
Thank
We
you for tuning in.
appreciate it. Yep, we sure do. Definitely appreciate it. I was just checking my stuff. I'm not on Instagram tonight, but I'm gonna hook that up. And X, but right now I think I'm on Facebook and YouTube. That's it. But I'm gonna get
Yeah,
on it.
I'm on all platforms for the most part. Instagram, YouTube, TikTok,
Come on.
um, Facebook, and you can pretty much find me at Unfiltered Logic 01 or 001 on pretty much all of them, or Josh Newman on
Yeah.
Facebook.
Do you roll with Truth Social?
I have one, but I don't post on it because you can't make no
Yeah.
money on it. So
Yeah.
I'll be interested once it's monetized.
Let's see what
I
Damon
mean,
said. He said a bunch. He said they idiots. David said
he said what?
David, he said, I asked him how many people have you seen me take down on Facebook? He said a bunch. He
Oh,
said they idiots.
oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Damon's just seen a whole lot of stuff, man. When people's attacking me left and right, man. But it's all good though. But you know what, man? We've been chopping it up. We ain't said nothing about the subject
Right,
here.
right. The topic. Yeah, let's get to it. So a lot of black people are actually, switching over to be Republicans, and it's been for a minute.
Yeah,
Um, but I believe the main thing is it's not necessarily that. And the thing is, we have a lot of people in the middle
yeah,
because a lot of them just don't like that the Democrats are so radical. They're on
yeah,
this gay, transgender, whatever crap this whole time. They, are wanting all these immigrants in. They don't want to, they want to take away our rights. They don't want to give us our actual freedoms. They're doing all these crazy things. Uh,
yeah,
and they put everybody before American citizens, everybody before what they say they're going to do.
yeah.
And so naturally, we're going to be losing interest in the Democratic Party, and
Hmm.
it's a thing because every black person growing up, if you were born, I mean, honestly, at any time, you
Hmm.
were taught the Democrats are
Yep,
for black people. We
yep.
vote Democrat.
That's right.
That's it. You don't really ask why. You don't know why. You don't think about why. You just
Share,
know the Democrats are for the
share
black
everybody,
people.
everybody,
Yeah,
Democrat.
yeah, yeah. And so now that people are waking up, and we had to see a whole lot of different things going on lately, and a lot of more people are more interested in politics after
Hmm.
things like COVID and stuff like that. And
Yeah,
now people are saying, you know what? This isn't making sense. Why are they doing these things?
yeah.
And some of them haven't fully converted yet, but I think a lot of them who are, they're scared to at first because I kind of like how I said in a different video before. It's the black community is like a mob. You go
Yeah,
against what they say, and they hate you. They don't understand you. They can't realize why you would not say the exact same thing as them.
yeah,
It's like I can
yeah,
think for myself. I can make my own inferences and my own conclusions.
Yeah,
And
that's
just because you can only do what you're told to do, or what you're pitched, or the picture that's painted for you is the only thing that you could see,
mm,
that doesn't define what I'm going to be doing in my thought process. So that's how a lot of the conservatives are feeling when they're switching over. They're
yeah.
realizing, hey, look, let's pay attention to what's going on. They're
Mm,
realizing, you know. Now I will say it's not a whole lot of us, because it's so many of us that grew up under that Democratic umbrella, that we were
yeah,
taught that.
we all
But it's way more than it's ever been in history. But it's not as many as it probably should be.
hmm Yep, that's true. I think that is 100% correct. But I tell you, my grandmother walked out of the cotton field, and then my grandfather, he used to teach me. He owned a nightclub, and a lot of times in the evening he'd be sitting out there, and we were at Fort Polk, Leesville, and the troops and stuff be coming through there, and he'd sit out there and be talking to them, and I learned a lot from him just talking to people. But he would call me, and I'm like seventh, eighth grade when he passed, and he would say, "Hey, come here," and I say, "Yes, sir." And I come over there, and he say, "Hey, look at them fools right there. They're gonna do this, this, and this." Like that's crazy. What I'm looking at them for? They dumb. He said, "That's what I'm trying to show you. Look at it." He said, "Watch them. They're gonna do this, this, and this." But I'm like, man, that's stupid. And he taught me. I learned a lot by watching other people. So you can see other people make mistakes and learn from that. And said, "Nah, man, I ain't doing that." And then he
Yeah,
told me, he taught me. He said, "Listen, anytime you have a major decision to make, he said, look and see what everybody else doing." And he was talking about Negroes. And he said, whatever they do the
do the
opposite.
opposite.
Because they
Yeah.
crazy, especially in the group. He said, you get a group of Negroes together. He said, you got idiots, crazy. They run each other crazy. They do some crazy stuff. He said,
Yeah.
don't fool with the group. And so that's why I guess I was used to that. And then I could see where Trump, how can one man take all of the shit that has come at him and not break? He was trained.
Yeah.
He was trained. You can't
Yeah.
be no average joker and take all that. You'll break, man. You get on top of the post office, start shooting people, man. There's
Well, you
much
got to
more.
realize his background. This
All right.
this man's background, though, he grew up on Wall Street, damn near.
Yeah,
This is what he did his whole life, and that's the thing. Dealing with them slick, white, slick talking. You dealing with them big organizations, and they just saying whatever sounds good, but whole time they don't like you. You know what I'm saying? They have to deal with that cutthroat stuff all the time. Like, you
yeah,
think the hood is cutthroat? Nah. Corporate is cutthroat. You don't even know that they
man.
don't like you because the words that they're saying, unless
Yeah,
you know what they're saying for real, because you've been doing that for a while.
yeah,
And he's been in the game like that since forever. Then he was an entertainer. He's out there doing a whole
yeah,
TV show. He's used to criticism. He's used to
yeah.
dealing with stuff like that. He filed for bankruptcy on his businesses, and nobody understands what that really did.
You don't,
So he got criticized about that. Stuff like that. He's been,
you don't even know what you're talking about, man. He
yeah,
wasn't perfect bankrupt. It's a business. And then
yeah,
back then, most of the time when a business went belly up back then, it wasn't the owner, it was the people stealing.
right,
Because
yeah,
I remember when I was in college, all the chicken places, Church's Chicken, it wasn't no Popeyes back then, but Church's Chicken and places like that, they were selling more chicken out the back door than they was the front. And so they were
yeah,
stealing chicken by the case and selling it out the back door, man. You come out there and get a case of chicken from Church's if you had somewhere to put it. And then the
yeah.
people from the chicken plant was stealing, everybody was stealing. And so a lot of times that stuff had a lot to do with employees. They stealing shower shoes and cookies and every damn thing they get their hands on, man.
Man,
Grits and all.
that sounded like days of me working at the prison, stealing shower shoes and cookies.
Yeah,
Those
man.
inmates stealing shower shoes and cookies.
President Trump couldn't watch all that shit. But anyway, so that's what's up. Damon
Yeah.
said, "What we got to get the black women back on board." How you gonna do
No,
that, Damon?
that's a fact though. That's one thing he's on to something with that because most of the black people who are moving over
Yeah,
are men. Now there are some women that are with Republican men that are
yeah,
switching over. But other
yeah,
than that, all these well, for the most part, the single women out there, the single black women are not voting, not even thinking about looking towards the right, because they're so into this. They're racist. They're the ones who, are the KK, and really they don't know any better. They're just told something
yeah.
online or on TV. So I do agree. If we could get the black women on board, I think that it would be a scary sight for the Democrats.
But you
For
know what?
real.
Though?
What's that?
The ones that switch over, they hella.
Yeah.
I follow a bunch of them. Like, they hella when they switch over and when they switch over to lead the Democrat Party,
Yep.
they ain't no joke. You can't tell them nothing, and they pick up that damn mic too. It's a bunch of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
They don't
man.
even.
Shoot, I do.
They
I try.
definitely will.
I got a bunch of videos coming out this weekend with some of them. Them women something else. If they be
Yeah.
mad, but
I
I think
got.
most people do be mad if you've been Democrat all your life, and then you mess around that light come on, and
Yeah.
you figure out they've been lying and everything is a bunch
Hey.
of shit. Everybody,
Shout out to Harley. That's her right now. That's
huh?
Harley right there. I say you just explained Harley right there.
That's Hardy. That's what happened.
Yeah, yeah. She was just telling me the same thing. She was Democrat her whole life. But that's one of the things, part of the black community that is switching over that you were saying, the women, they're like, no, they really, and she's outspoken about it.
And they
And
go
just like you
hard.
said. But that's very true because some of the few people that are from my city that actually do support on all the videos that are black are actually women who I never would have thought would be right winged,
Yeah,
but they actually are. And they comment on stuff. They be going back and forth with people in the comments who are commenting stupid shit.
yeah,
And so there is a few. It's not very many, but there is
yeah,
a few.
yeah. They go hard when they be pissed. Let me see. Eric said he don't give a
Yeah.
damn about Trump, man. Politicians all lie. He was a better pick than Scarmala. Yeah, believe that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's Trump boy though. I ain't gonna tell no lie. Uh, that
he,
motherfucker,
he said, let's skip over that. I rep Trump too hard.
that motherfucker be working. I ain't never seen a man work. I work my ass out. Damn to tell you, but Trump be working.
Yeah.
That is a working machine. But anyway, I ain't finna get into it. Ed. What's up, Ed? David said, "Amen." But you know what? I like this. I think we're gonna grow something here, man. But we can't stay on topic.
I mean,
It's,
did you get to fully spread your thought about what you thought about that topic, or do you want to move to the next one?
but the Democratic Party losing black men.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think so. I think a lot of people in neutral. I
Yeah.
think a lot of people in neutral. I have people that call me a lot,
Hmm.
and I have a lot of people that call me and say that they understand what's going on, but they ain't finna say it because they don't want to fade no heat. They don't have to slap nobody, shoot nobody, do all that shit, and so they just trying to
Yeah.
keep the peace. And it's some men this that won't even tell their wives they vote for Trump. You know what I'm saying? The
Yeah.
wives slap the hell out of them. She'll shut down them legs and get tight.
Man, and it's
But
crazy. It's crazy because that's so
yeah,
Democrat of them.
yeah,
That's so Democrat of them. Because like me, man. I tell you what we vote. I don't know what you mean. You mad at me because of no.
yeah,
This is my household.
yeah.
We move how I move.
Yeah,
Uh,
supposed
so
to be.
yeah, but I mean, I understand. Just waking up. You just waking up. I get it. I get it.
Harley said that's funny.
Yeah, she knew I was telling the truth. That was her life. You called her out.
Yeah, but yeah, that's what's up, man. I think a lot of people are leaving. I think they are. I
Yeah,
think it's gonna be. I think, and I think we all gonna be surprised with these votes that come in. because I think if he stopped the cheating, then I think we're going to see that the Democrats not even close because
Yeah.
they are not popular at all. And then I'm going to say this right quick. The 2020 election, that's how I believe it was stolen because I think most, and I hate to be saying black and white people and all that, but just for clarity, I think the most white people were sick of that shit with Obama. And so they knew better than vote for Joe Biden because they know he wasn't
Yeah.
shit. And I
Yeah.
think they voted for Trump. Okay, well, most of the white people voted for Trump. Where the hell did Biden get 80 million votes from? Right? Because half of the black people admitted that they woke up and voted for Trump. And then we're not, but what, 14% of the population?
Well, I
So
will
how many
say
million votes? You see what I'm saying?
2020 was a weird time though.
There's
2020
not
was a really weird time.
we
Uh,
get that many votes.
yeah, and I agree. I agree that there's no way that Biden got as many votes as he did. That was
Yeah.
insane. Like he got the most votes out of all time. Like ever, he like broke a fucking record,
Come
which
on,
I don't believe that. But at
man.
the same time, I do kind of feel like a lot of people didn't vote for Trump as much as I thought they would have,
Yeah.
because I started hearing more of, just anybody but him. I'm just tired of it being so racist.
Yeah.
Like it's not necessarily that Trump was being a racist, but him being in the presidency, the Democrats writing the narrative of racism,
Hmm.
people were just tired of hearing it. We
That
had the
shit,
Black Lives Matter shit going on. We
that
had
shit,
all that shit.
that
Yeah.
racism
So,
shit playing out though. I think that
yeah.
shit there. Everybody's sick of that shit. I know I
Yep.
am.
Yep. Yep.
Uh, yeah, I think
And it's
that
crazy.
they done ran out of water on that. Ain't no sugar in that Kool-Aid no more,
Yeah.
man. They
Nobody
done.
cares about all those names anymore. And it's sad because when somebody actually is one of these things, it's
Yeah,
kind of like the boy who cried wolf.
yeah,
Nobody will really look at it too bad anymore. They kind of normalize everything bad because they
yeah,
keep calling everybody all these things, so nobody really looks at it in any type of way anymore.
yeah,
You might just be overreacting to something.
yeah.
So
Chapo, as soon as the Iran war is over, so are the Democrats. Yep, prices are about to plunge. That's what I said. Then everyone will vote for Trump. That's exactly what I believe. Chapo Craven, man, we on point with that because I believe Trump got him. I believe Trump is going to play the Trump card, and the Trump card is 99-cent gas. I said 75 cent earlier. Eric got me scared.
I don't know. I still don't think it's gonna get under $1. Like,
Why? I,
think
I
about
believe.
it. Think about it. There's nothing you can go to the store right now and get for $1. Even
Yeah,
even the Walmart candy bars in the front is $1.25. Ain't nothing in the store for $1. You're not gonna get gas to $1. You can't buy. Matter of fact, you buy a lollipop. That shit $1.05.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You can go to the convenience store and get your ass whooped for $1.25.
You know what I mean? So I don't think that shit gonna get that low for gas, and you know I don't know, man. In my experience, like I said on the stream earlier, prices don't get that fucking low after after the businesses get the
Yeah,
ability to lower the price, they don't want to. So there has to be something in place to enforce that. So that has to be something that they're talking about whenever shit
competition.
does move over. I hope that because Trump is the type to turn around and say, "Hey, look, y'all need to do this." But if he doesn't do it, those
Yeah,
those people who
yeah,
own those oil companies, they're not gonna lower it on their own. So hopefully, whenever that shit does happen, Trump go ahead and say, "Hey, look, y'all got to drop it down to X dollar and all." You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
'Cause
Competition to
that's about
do
the
it.
only way.
Let me see. I know Eric said something. I know he did. Man, prices will never plunge. He stand on that. Okay. We're gonna see
Yeah,
though. I believe it's gonna drop real. I think it's gonna. I think it's gonna.
it depends on what we're talking about though. Prices of what? Because like
All
I
of
guess depending
it.
on certain things are never gonna drop again. It's kind of like certain materials. They once they get the ability to raise the price,
Yeah.
it's not happening. It
Okay.
depends. I think gas will though.
Yeah. Chapo said, even at the dollar store, nothing is a dollar.
Exactly. Even at Dollar Tree. That's why they're going out of business. They
Yeah.
tried to hold that up for too long. And
Yeah.
the only thing to save them for the last few years is raise that shit up. Let's get
Yeah.
$3, $5.
Yeah. I knew that wasn't gonna last. It should have been a $2 stuff. But anyway, should President Trump step aside? Should he step in and help Cuba?
Man.
Let's
So
get that down there, man. I got some videos queued up. You want to watch one?
let's check it out. Let's check it out.
Let me see if I can do it. Let me hold up. I might be. I said that I might mess it. Let me see. Let me make sure. Okay, I'm supposed to share the screen. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Let me see. Let me see. Nick Shirley. Did you see Nick Shirley and Stephen A?
I didn't see the Stephen A, but I did see parts of Pat David. Um, I didn't mean to put that up again. I thought I put the next topic. But I did see the Pat David PBD podcast one. And then I seen like a little bit of his actual whenever he was walking around and doing it while he was in Cuba. I watched a
Yeah.
little bit of that. And I seen, man, they pay $40 a gallon for gas.
Yeah.
Hey, drop the link. Let me hold up. Give me 1 second. Yeah, drop the I got you, Eric. Matter of fact, don't even drop it. I'm about to
Huh?
we're gonna get Eric wanna hop on here.
Oh,
You
okay.
down when I'm hopping on?
No, yeah, of course. Yeah, sure. Let me see. I'll just play this.
Suffering here in Cuba.
La mayoría,
Y'all
la
seen that?
mayoría.
What's your thoughts on communism? ¿Qué piensas de comunismo?
You seen the
Lo más
video?
malo que ha existido en la vida ha sido el comunismo. Porque
No, you can't see
realmente
it. It just shows the
ninguno es
thumbnail.
comunista.
None of the gas stations are even in
Oh,
operation right now because
You
there's
can
quite
hear it
literally
though.
no gas.
And we stand out like sore thumbs here, so they're wondering why we're here with cameras, interviewing people. They want to know what's happening and what people are saying. That's why people are not talking to us much.
They're asking why are we trying to leave the hotel early. Cuba right now is facing one of the largest humanitarian crises in the world. Cuba's government is a one-party communist-ruled country, and they are facing massive food shortages, daily blackouts, and a lack of medicine. And right now, a U.S. blockade is restricting oil and gas from coming inside of the country. With communism and socialism on the rise in the West, I wanted to see what life in communism is really like firsthand, as Cuba has been living underneath communism for over 60 years. Upon arrival, I completed all required documents and had received a visa for journalistic activity. However, once I landed, all my
Yeah, we
camera
can see
gear
it
was
now.
seized, and within 24 hours, I was planning my escape out of Cuba after their intelligence followed me all day and a 2-star general came searching for me at the hotel. Now let's go see the reality of Cuba and eventually plan our escape out of Cuba.
Anyway. Okay, I got to get back and say, is Eric on?
I sent him the link. Just check that waiting room. I don't know if he's in yet or not. I see
Yeah,
it
there you go.
shows he's seen it.
There
Am I
you go.
in?
Yeah, you in?
What's up?
What's up, man? Oh, look, because y'all be talking about too many topics that my brother know I like to talk about too. So I said, hold up, man.
Yeah, what you want to
Let me
break
turn
down?
it off. Man, we can break down anything. Let's go through what y'all want to talk about, man. I'll give y'all my perspective on stuff. But hold up. Let me see. I don't like how this is set up on my phone.
Eric said we talking about too much shit. Oh,
I think he was trying to change his camera. Just Eric, whenever you hop back on, you just gotta join the link and shoot a message in the chat to let us know.
there you go.
Is he back?
Yeah, I try to set it up a little different on my phone, but I guess I gotta stick with this small little bit screen here.
Nah. Hey Al, switch the layout.
Nah, I think it's like the way I have it set up.
No,
Let me
see,
see.
look, he just got to change the layout. Ah, he left again. Yeah,
Uh,
I think if you keep it right here or on the big one, it should add a third. So I know we did bigger screens.
yeah, he back on now. Let's see.
Every time I
Yeah,
try to
just
minimize
just
it,
wait. Yeah, just wait. He got to
all
change the
right.
layout. Yeah. See, now we all the same size. Then when it change again.
Nah,
And it,
it's something with my screen because it's like still really small. I can't see barely everybody look like this small right here. So
Oh, you know what? If you download the StreamYard app, it'll look better on there.
that's probably what it is. I probably got to get the
Yeah,
app, but
yeah,
yeah.
he
fuck.
on
It's
there.
because you online.
He on there looking at it at the same time. That's what it is.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's probably what it is. Is I got to get the app,
yeah,
uh, but I've been hearing what y'all was saying. But like I was saying though, I don't, my brother know, just like I be telling him all the time, fuck these politicians, man. You know, Trump and the Republicans, man. I like that side because I'm pro gun rights, because I'm pro Bill of Rights, because I'm anti-abortion and that
Hmm.
type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But on the Democrat side, there's some stuff I agree with over there too, but not as much. I don't want no fairies teaching our children, and I don't want all that bullshit there.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. You know what I'm saying? But man, me and my brother, we had these conversations all the time, man.
Hmm.
yeah,
And this is a normal conversation for us to have.
yeah. For real.
You know what I'm saying?
This just like chopping it up. We ain't spoken a couple of days.
You know
You
what I'm
know,
saying?
like we catching up talking about politics
I
and
thought,
all
Hey,
that type of stuff.
I thought it was normal
yeah,
for all people to do that because I thought it was life. You see what I'm saying? And people
Yeah,
be saying
yeah,
politics and it's life, man. What the hell are you
yeah,
talking about? You gotta
yeah,
live in it. The decisions got to be made. You feel me? That's what I call it. I call it life, man. I don't even put it in the political realm. It's good versus evil the way I see this shit.
yeah. I just don't saying like people like to I know I seen you like you really mega and stuff like that, which I don't got no problem with at all, but that's just not where I fit in at.
Yeah,
I fit in where me, I like to swing vote and I keep it real.
yeah,
When I see things go too far left, I go right. When I see things go too far right, I go left. And that's how I do. But to be real, um, the majority of my principles are kind of conservative.
yeah.
And because if you want to come get my gun, come get it, bitch. But you're gonna have to bring somebody over here with you. You have to bring somebody over here with you. You
right,
know what I'm
right.
but
saying? It ain't gonna be just you.
Eric, Eric,
Yeah.
I got a question for you. I got a question for you because I see this. To me, is a phenomenon, and I think it's terrible. And I'm gonna go ahead and call the guy name because I'm finna get on his ass. But
Cool.
I'm here in Louisiana. A
I
cat
used to
named
live out there, man. Where you live
yeah.
at? What
I'm in
city you from?
I'm in Ruston.
Okay, I got a house out there in Tuscaloosa still. No, that's Alabama. I used to live in Alexandria. Alexandria.
Oh yeah, my grandson over there, and that's not far from where I was born. Where I grew up, Leesville. But anyway, uh, Gary Chambers is over here in Louisiana, and he's supposed to be the spokesman for the Democratic Party. And so, we got these amendments, the early voting, and all this stuff that we're doing over here. And so, what I've seen from the Democrats, they are saying vote blue no matter who, and all this
Nah,
kind of shit. So now, here's my question: they are telling people to vote no on all the amendments just because the our governor is Republican and he put the amendments in. And I think that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard of in my life. So basically, the Democrats are saying until we get back in power, the people don't get shit. Because if it's not from us, don't do it. Now, how dumb is that? Because the 5 amendments, one of them is a raise for school teachers. Another one is to offset taxes for senior citizens. And then they got another one, but all 5 of them, matter of fact, I'm dropping a video tomorrow. I did it yesterday. It's going to drop tomorrow about the 5 amendments. And I went through and went up and spontaneously just got on here and just clicked on, told AI to do a contrast, and I did it live, right, just like that, and recorded it, and it's going to come up tomorrow. But he's telling people to vote no, and I'm thinking most of the people don't know they don't even know what the hell amendments are.
What's the okay? So what's the vote on? What's the vote on specifically? What's the vote on specifically?
Yeah, but that's why I say that's why we need to have. That's why men, grown ass men, need to talk about this shit so you know what's going on. So somebody come tell you to vote no, and a lot of people gonna do this shit not even knowing what they voting for.
Wait, did you hear what I said?
What's his name?
I said, what's the vote on specifically? Like, what's the actual like yes or no vote? Like, what's that?
Yeah, one of them is a raise for teachers.
You said they saying vote because you said the teachers. Wait, are they like separate amendments for Louisiana? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. You said the amendments are like the no raise for no to a raise for teachers.
Yes or no? Yeah, you vote
and
yes or
then
no.
Also for you said like senior citizens to get less taxes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll tell you this. When people vote for raises for teachers, and I say this as somebody that, you know, I grew up in an environment with educators in my life. Like my brother said earlier, our mom was in that situation. And then also, the mother of my child that lives with me in my household, she been in education all her whole career. And then also, her parents, she has extensive family that also have been in education. They principals, they're educators, they're administrators, the whole nine.
Mm-hmm.
When people vote on giving raises to city employees, they have to understand what comes behind it. And what becomes behind it is that it's going to be tax increases. So you have to understand that. So if people have to weigh, do you want to pay extra taxes to give these teachers raises, which a lot of times they deserve the raises, and sometimes you got to sit back and think, how much more do I want to pay on my property tax? You got to weigh it out. And so a lot of times people really have to make a real decision on themselves, and you have to make it a selfless decision.
No, the raise is coming from the money that they already have. They just moving the teacher. Yeah, they reallocating. The teacher accounts are very, 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 very. I have investment license, so I know what they're talking about. They are very, very conservative. They got the money invested in bonds and shit. They ain't taking no risk at all. But I believe
that's not how that works. That's not how that works. The bonds, do you know where the bond, when they put the money in the bonds, the money has to come from the citizens. So it's the bonds just pay out a percentage of an interest rate.
That's right.
So it's not like it's just free money. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't say it was free money. I said it's very low and it doesn't pay that much. But they can be a little bit more aggressive. And all they do, they reallocate it. And the taxes doesn't have anything to do with it. And I know what you're saying because a lot of times they have to raise the taxes. Not in this case. And they explain, I put it on the screen now. They explain that they do a very good job of explaining it. But what I'm simply saying is people are just voting in the blind because they are Democrat or Republican and they have no idea what the hell they voting for.
Oh yeah, I figured, man. And to be real,
that's why we need to talk about this stuff because I'm gonna be on here talking about it because I know that people don't know, and a lot of them just gonna go over there and vote no and have no idea what the hell they voting for or what they voting. You'll see the video. I'll send it to you tomorrow.
I can't really comment on that because I'm not from over there. And I don't know what y'all politics are over there. So
Yeah.
I mean I can't really like have a solid, yes or no on that, because like if what you saying is true, then like I'm from Texas, so we don't probably do stuff the same. Y'all have different politics than we have. Y'all have parishes, we have counties. You
Yeah, we
Huh.
vote
know
on
what
the
I'm
shit
saying?
too. It ain't nothing but amendment, something that they're doing. But what I'm saying
Yeah,
is 1, 2, 3. It's this, and this. And if you vote no, it's this, and this. It's real simple. It's broken. It's
yeah.
broken down. You have to break it down to the nitty gritty and see what the deal is. But I
But I
understand
was
what you.
trying to talk
Yeah.
about some of that other stuff we was talking about. Like I don't really like know about your local stuff, man. I'm trying to talk about the stuff that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like
But my
um
point is, we have to talk about all of it.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree, but I just don't know about y'all local politics, man.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what y'all have going on over
I
there,
mean,
man. Let's
really,
be
we was
real.
just bouncing off the comments, honestly. Whenever you was really hyped into it, we was bouncing off the comments. We had you
Yeah.
commenting, Damon commenting, Harley commenting, Chapo,
Yeah.
so everybody was commenting and we was kind of hopping off of that. But the next topic that we was actually getting into is, is it time for Trump to come save Cuba?
Yeah.
Then we seen that
Oh,
video that Nick Shirley and me and you. I mean, don't get me wrong, y'all. Nick Shirley is
wait. Go ahead, Josh. But I just want to
yeah.
back up on that Nick Shirley thing too, though.
Before you even say it, I'm already addressing that, right? I know what you about
Okay.
to say. So look,
Okay.
don't get me wrong, y'all.
You gonna say,
Nick Shirley is out in a lot of fraud, right? And it definitely needed to be outed. It definitely needs to be seen. And the things that he's recording and putting out to the world is definitely stuff that we should have seen, you
man?
know. But honestly, man, it's no way he's bigger than the program. That man has to be a fucking plant because there's no way that he gets to go to all these places and knows that it's going to be that way and be able to walk through there. And then when the whole government pulled up on him in his hotel in Cuba, which we'll get into that. And don't get me wrong, I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing that he's a plant because, like I said, he's exposing things. But me and my brother both think that he's probably a plant. I'm not gonna lie, and they put in plants for a lot of different things to gain information. Not
100,000
necessarily a
fit.
bad
Like,
thing,
I'm gonna
but
say 100,000%, man. And I don't mean to cut you out, Josh, but listen, um, I I was in look, watch this. You see my shirt?
Yeah.
I was in the army. I was a federal employee for 11 years. I know a
Mhm.
plan. I know a politician when I see one. I know
Yeah.
somebody who's been put in a spot to be extra um uh you know exported to the top when I see one. And when you
Yeah.
see somebody like that, uh it's no you can't there's no disputing it. Um when you have somebody, the richest man in the entire earth, um sharing his videos, and when you have all the top politicians in the United States sharing his videos, like they didn't know this was going on, like they had no clue, when they have access to all the information, right?
Yeah.
That dude is a phony. He's a fake. He's a plant. He's a CIA agent. He's something. But you don't know what he is. I don't know what he is. Josh
But
don't know
niggas
what
do
he is.
detect him.
But
He's
he's something,
exposing the truth.
well,
huh?
I think he honestly was a content creator who kept
Nope.
going, and then
I don't
got
think
picked
so.
up. I think he got picked up along the way, and
I don't
then
think
just
so.
started working in with it. And I mean, maybe I'm wrong because you
Yeah.
never know with this shit. You never know
Yeah.
when it comes to the
Yeah.
government. No matter what party it is that's behind it or whatnot.
Let me
You
put my
never know
AirPods
when it
in.
comes to the government in general. He really could be a plant for real.
Yeah.
I think that it's a strong chance he's a plant, but
He
I'm
was
not
doing video.
upset.
He was doing videos just like me and you. And I think he
Yeah,
could. I agree with you. I think he might have gotten
I
picked
don't
up.
think he
You know
was
what I'm
never.
saying?
He wasn't. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, I think he might have gotten picked up because of the work that he was doing, but he started off. He's just a regular guy doing videos just like us. But the dude,
yeah.
he got
Mm.
deep. I think he might be on the payroll. But even though still, I still don't see anything wrong if what he's doing is the truth. Now, if he's making up shit, you see what I'm saying? But if he's exposing the truth, it is what it is. Somebody need to
And
do
that's
the shit.
true. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
and
agree.
that's how I feel too. That's exactly. But it's just the fact that
Yeah.
we know what it is. Like we know there's no way that you have that type of intel. Like
He got
the
to tell
Hell
intel he
no.
has, the
Matter of
he
fact,
intel
I'll
he
almost
tell you
has,
killed
you
this.
somebody.
can't find. Like there's a reason why. So here's the thing: there's a reason why it's fraud and corruption. It's because
Yeah,
it's a fucking secret. That's why it's corruption because it's a secret. If it was in the
yeah,
public,
Yeah.
it would be called business.
yeah.
But there's
True.
a reason why it's hidden. So they hide it, and there's almost no way to find it. There's no way to figure out this information. It's not fucking public record. You can't just find this from doing a fucking AI Google search, Gemini, ChatGPT. You're not gonna find that type of some
Facts.
Indian daycares are completely empty, have no kids, have three Indians or Somalians working in that bitch, and no kids. You're not gonna know that. You're not gonna fly across the country to know that and pull up to the exact daycare. 10 of them, 10 of the exact daycares. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know exactly how much it was, but you know,
When I tell you,
at
I'll
the
tell
end
you
of the
this:
day,
when you see
But
somebody
somebody
that's
probably tipped him
exported
off to
to the
that.
top,
Somebody probably tipped him out. Hey,
man,
man, these Somali's over
when
here big.
yeah, somebody did tip them off. It's called the
Yeah,
government.
they
But when
start
you
these
see
yeah,
Somali.
somebody that's floated to the top out of
Yeah,
nowhere, you never seen this person,
we
and this
motherfuckers
person
driving big
wasn't
cars
elevated
now.
like that, you
Yeah,
already know this person is a plant. This person
yeah,
was exposed. He might
yeah,
be a government agent or hired by the government or but also the Pentagon, man, the Pentagon itself dedicates billions of dollars to Hollywood every single year. A
yeah.
lot of people don't understand and don't know that. But it's a lot of stuff are psyops. And this is what I tell people, man. Uh well, at least this is what me and my brother talk about when we talk. Because when we have conversations, man, I keep it a buck with them, and we have conversations, and you can't have these kind of conversations with the normal people because normal people probably won't understand this.
yeah,
But there's something called psychological warfare, and it doesn't have to be a war against another country. Sometimes they use psychological quote unquote warfare or psychological recipes to handle the public too. And they
yeah.
put things in front of you that are mirages. And they are that's what you call psyop, psychological warfare. And
Mm.
it's meant to lead you a certain way, one way or another. And when you have people like Nick Shirley, some 20-year-old kid that comes out here, all of a sudden he's the top investigator in the United States. Get the fuck out of here.
Like I'm
Get the
talking
fuck
about
out of
no
here.
other federal investigator in the world found
Yeah.
out about none of this shit. And this
Right.
nigga
We
found
have
out about every daycare in fucking Minnesota. Like he knows somebody from Somalia personally. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And then moved to California, did the same shit. And I won't be surprised if we come back and go to New York. But
But to your point though, Big Al though, but you right though, it don't matter
no,
because
that's
he's
a
pointing
fact.
out the fraud. He's pointing out the
That's a
fraud.
fact.
But I still think it's a psyop. Bro, if I could, Josh knows, I could give I could put a whole spiel on this and tell you the exact reason why
But
this happened.
yeah,
But I
we
can't
can
get
talk
into
about it.
all we don't have enough time for that right
Yeah.
now.
But
We
at
don't
the
have
end of
enough
it, it
time.
normally ends with what we just said. But it don't matter as long as it's getting put out. We know what it is.
Yeah.
But as if it's getting put out, at least it's getting put out.
Yeah,
But
yeah. Here go your cousin on here.
Oh,
Here go your
what was that?
cousin, Michael Zulu. Look at that. There you go.
What do you say?
oh no, this is my biggest fan right here, Micah
What
Zulu.
was that?
He
So,
comment on
Another
all my
raccoon?
videos.
yeah,
Yeah, he
I'll
comment
tell
on
him
all
this.
my videos. He's my biggest fan. He loves to follow on every single video. I'm pretty sure he followed me so that he could comment racist bullshit because he's blackity black
And
and he probably thinks he's a Pan African.
yeah.
The
Look,
yeah,
Zulus. I
yeah,
never met
that's
a smart
crazy.
Zulu. I never met a smart Zulu. Every Zulu I
That's
know
crazy.
got black fingernails. They got that crust up under their fingernails. That's the
yeah.
only
Yeah, I
Zulus
caught
I know.
Facts.
Okay,
Hey,
look at
you
it.
know, I'm not committed to no. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not committed to no party. He say y'all sound
Y'all sound smart to dumb
smart
people. So
to
where he
dumb
fit
people.
in
I
here?
think he fell off and didn't realize. I think he was trying to read it and fell off. But yeah, I know. That's why we sound so smart to you,
Yeah,
huh?
his ass dumb. What the fuck are y'all talking about? If you were smart, you would know that, dumbass. On the wrong channel, Michael Zulu. Why don't you go get some
That's
graham
one of my
crackers?
biggest fans.
Yeah, but we need them too. Yeah,
Yeah, I
we need
do.
them. But anyway, man, I think what's the name got jammed up in Cuba, man. They were finna do him. So maybe that was
Yeah,
optic the,
that
to
was
the
crazy.
general's head. They was on his ass down there, man. Them people told him, man, you better get out of here with them cameras and shit. But
Nah, they pulled up on him quick because they're a communist country completely. It's
yeah,
no like two parties there. It ain't no hey look you can talk to them freedom of speech. They don't got the amendments.
yeah,
They don't got the Constitution. They don't have no freedom of speech, right to bear arms. Freedom of search and seizure. They don't have all that. They get to get told what to say, what to do, what to watch.
you can't call nobody no raccoon down there. The government.
Yeah, you can't call nobody no raccoon. They'll chop your tongue off.
Yeah, cut your black nails off.
Right? Like, cut your black nails off for real. Your
But anyway,
stank dreads.
man. Okay,
They'll
what's
shave
going
your
on
stank dreads.
with
Huh?
the Hunter virus, man? What's going on with that?
Man, I I don't know what's going on with it for real. I just know that it's the boat. Okay, Eric's back on. Cool.
Y'all can
Yeah,
hear
So
me now?
yeah.
yeah,
So
Okay,
so
dang, I said
real
it like 10
quick.
times. I guess it was my bad. I ain't mean to cut you off, but I said it like 10 times. Can y'all hear me? But I guess it just uploaded me.
Yeah,
But
you
go ahead
just
though.
got on. Now, I was
yeah.
gonna say, really, before we jump into the next topic, I just want to double back around just so we can hear his thoughts. We were saying the Cuba situation. Uh,
Oh yeah.
we was talking about how the gas prices. They said that it's $40 a gallon because there's no gas. You have to get
Yeah,
it off the black market. The food is
Yeah.
terrible and poor. They don't have any food. You pull up to any area that's supposed to be crowded, it's empty. They were talking
Mhm.
about there's kids that they. He was talking to some of the kids and he was like, "What's one of the worst things?" He said the power. He said the power.
Well,
What do you mean? Oh
there's no power.
well, they cut it on and off whenever they need to because they're conserving energy. You know,
Um,
he said, well, how does that affect you? He said, well, you never know when it's going to turn off or on. You could be in the middle of doing your study, you could be in the middle of eating dinner, taking a shower, and everything just cut off. And
yeah.
that's just crazy, man. So, obviously, we threw out the topic here. Is it time for Trump to pull up? He said he's going to come take Cuba. Is
Well,
it
I'll tell
time for
you
Trump to
this.
pull up?
Oh, I'll
yeah,
tell you this. I'll tell you this about if y'all want me to give my spiel on Cuba. I don't know if
yeah.
y'all do or not.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so basically what's happening with Cuba is okay, so Venezuela uh has been providing Cuba with oil for decades. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And so right now the United States has put a embargo on Cuba, any imports or exports for Cuba. There are no imports or exports at all in
Right.
Cuba. So that means that Venezuela cannot give them any oil. That means that Russia cannot send any oil. That means that nobody can send any oil. Cuba has effectively been plunged into the dark ages.
Look at that.
They have no power source. So when it comes down to it, Trump already has his grip on Cuba. He's gonna come
yep,
and get them. He's gonna come and get
yep.
them.
Yeah,
Uh,
he gonna take care of it. I believe that.
yeah, he
Yeah,
gonna come and get them. That's a old world rhetoric. That's a cold war where Russia
yeah,
had some dealings with Cuba when we were in the Cold War way back. He was using Cuba as a pawn. The same way the United States, we have territories we have bases all over the world.
yeah,
But when Russia tries to do it, we don't allow that, especially not in the Western Hemisphere over here. So, yeah, we're gonna get control of Cuba. I believe we're gonna get full
yeah,
control, just
yeah.
like we did Venezuela.
Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna take care of them people, man. They
So,
gonna just like
so do you
Venezuela.
think it's time? Do you think it's time that they need it right now? Like, because the way their country is right now, they're in shambles. You think
Yeah,
it's time that Trump goes ahead and steps in, or do you think it's right now things are too hot right now because Iran?
Well, I
oh,
think what he said was when if you look at his true social media posts, I seen you was talking about that earlier, Big Al, or his true social media posts. So if you see his true social media posts, guess what he say he gonna do? He gonna spin the block. After he get done with Iran, he gonna spin the block. He gonna make a pit stop,
yeah,
right over there to Cuba, and he gonna pull up one of these aircraft carriers over there. What you gonna do as a Cuban dictator, prime minister, whatever they have over there? What you gonna do when
Mhm.
just one aircraft carrier pulls up on you? You can't do nothing. You can't do
yeah.
nothing. You're gonna have to bow down, just like Venezuela did. So if he really wants to do that, to be honest, I don't see no value. Cuba don't have nothing. They don't have gold. They don't have
Well,
resources. They don't have
he can't do nothing
nothing.
but help them. All he
Use
can
it as
do is
territory.
Nah, look, they got
start.
cocaine.
Huh?
I said, nah, look, they got cocaine.
Oh, they
That's
got
what the
cocaine.
white girls want. Come on, stop playing. Y'all know that's what the white boy politicians want. Joe Biden itching for it right now. He did a special favor to Trump. He said, look, you get Cuba, me and my daddy will go live out there. You only got to worry about us in America no more. Me
Yeah,
and Joe Biden will move out there. That's what Hunter Biden told him.
Look
well,
what this
Trump
guy
ain't
say.
playing
He
the
say,
cocaine.
"Oh,
He ain't playing the cocaine, but I think he's just gonna start sending them oil so they can regroup, and they need to get a new government. But I think he's gonna take care of it.
He gonna put a governor over there and some mayors and some
Yeah,
city councils, and he
he
gonna
might.
make
yeah."
it the 51st state. He gonna
He
fuck
might.
around and fuck around.
It's not gonna be the 51st state. I
He
think
might
it'll
send
just
Eric
be a
down there and let Eric
territory.
run that shit, man.
I think it'll just be a territory, kind of like So you look at
Puerto
Puerto
Rico,
Rico, Puerto
yeah.
Rico. You look at what's it them little what's them little islands called? Shoot, I forget what they call. But we got a lot of territories.
Hawaii.
Guam, we got Guam. No, Hawaii's a state, but we got
Yeah, I
like
know.
Guam. We have like the Virgin Islands. That's what I was thinking
Yeah,
of.
yeah, yeah.
That's a
Virgin
United States
Islands.
territory.
I
So
didn't
all
even know
those
that
are
honestly.
United States. Yeah, those are United States territories. You don't even need a passport to go over there. So
Yeah,
those are United States territories. So I think what he'll do is eventually make it just kind of like Puerto Rico, not a state. They don't get like voting right. You have to come over here to vote, but it's a territory. Their
yeah,
president is the United States president, but they don't have the ability and the right to actually make any progressive changes in the United States. And so if Puerto Rico don't have that right still, I don't think Cuba we not just gonna make them a state if Puerto Rico still don't have that ability. So
yeah,
Yeah.
that's my opinion though.
No, I agree because once they're a state, then we got to really, back them and fund
Yeah,
them and, start having to pay for them as taxpayers. So, maybe making them a territory, protecting them, making sure they have certain things going, they have certain connections with us as far as trade and stuff like that without tariffs or anything. That would be
yeah,
good for them. Cuba,
yeah,
that's about what they need right now.
yeah,
If we make them a state and we actually go all in, we're gonna have to foot the bill for that for a minute until they can get back on their feet. And now once they get back on their feet, who knows what they could do? We've seen countries before that were in shambles that sprout up and now they're rich areas,
yeah.
but the only thing is there's no resources there. There's no oil, so most of those type of countries they have oil.
I said he
Uh,
wanted to start sending them some oil. They get the
yeah.
oil. They,
But I mean, most of those have oil there as a resource where they can make money off of it and grow. Like for them, it's almost like it's a big liability. The only thing y'all
yeah.
motherfuckers got is cocaine. Like, for real. Like,
Hey,
that's all y'all got is a resource.
nah, for real,
hey,
they don't have no oil. So they do have to get that.
hey, Eric, and Jack. Hold on one second. Let me text Zulu some words so he can come up with some shit other than raccoon.
Yeah.
Dumbass. This dude, he's dumb as hell, man.
What he's
He
saying now? Don't test
come up
him nothing.
with,
Just talk it. Just tell him.
Yeah.
Don't
yeah.
test
See,
him
the
nothing.
thing is, whenever you
While he
see
talking shit,
people
we got
like that,
What
we
he's
got shout
saying
they
now?
we got shout outs from Australia. Hey
right.
dude from Melbourne, Australia. We need President Trump here. We need hope. Okay. He also says Trump will take Cuba where no one expects it. All good, bros. And then here come the Zulu. Raccoons of comedy over here.
Yeah, we like those.
Yeah.
Those.
I heard better foreign policy conversations from 5-year-old. Probably you probably did.
Wait. What are you doing talking to a group of 5-year-olds?
Yeah, see there?
What are you doing? Come on now. Them damn liberals, I'll tell you, they
But
always
you
doing
guys,
some weird
but y'all
shit.
gotta realize sometimes some of these people just be bots, man. And this dude
Yeah,
right here, he not coming with no content. He not coming with nothing with no policy that he's disputing. He not
yeah.
coming with nothing that's disputing what we saying. He just coming with insults.
No,
Yeah.
And
no,
what he's
for
saying
real.
right now is bullshit.
But you
For
know what
real.
though? He's on my page, so he can comment back and forth with me all day. Make me some money, Zulu.
Yeah.
Make me
Yeah,
some
buddy.
cheddar.
That's
Keep
what I
my
said.
And
engagement up, Zulu.
and like I say, Zulu, I ain't no I don't even represent I represent independent people, man. I vote however I want to vote. When I
Harley, how you
see
know? Or my bad.
anything going left or right, that's how I vote. I don't ain't no you can say whatever you want to say, but I vote. I ain't gonna lie. Every president that been voted in, I voted for that president except for Biden because that motherfucker's a loser. But all the rest of them I voted for.
Yeah,
he
that's what I
said
said.
he said he undefeated with votes.
So he can keep going. So he keep the thing
Yeah.
going. But anyway,
Yeah.
Harley said that Zulu's not a bot. How you know, Harley? You know Zulu?
Oh, it's not a bot. Yeah, how do you
You
know?
got me, fam. I appreciate you, man. Just keep coming back every post.
Hey,
Keep. I
tell
don't care if you
somebody,
hating or
hey,
not. Keep
put
hating.
Zulu, hey, send Zulu the link. Send
We'll
Zulu the link. Send
be
Zulu the
to cook
link.
Zulu up. Send that boy back
Send
to Pan
Zulu the
Africa.
link, man. Put him on this live. I will chop his ass up right quick and serve him like
We're gonna send him
some
back
hot
to Pan
steak.
Africa.
I would say that the link is there, but I put it back up there.
Yeah, it's in the
Yeah.
chat.
It's in
The
there.
link is in the chat.
Come on, Zulu.
All right,
Since you got so
so
much to say,
he said, but didn't Trump lose to Biden? Didn't we already say it was rigged for sure? Because there's no way in fuck that he had the most votes in history. There's no way. I'm not
man,
believing that many people
man.
voted for Biden.
It
You
don't,
can
but
tell me
that don't
whatever you
even
want
matter
to tell
though.
me.
But that don't even matter though, because it's like who won, who's in right now. You know what I'm saying?
Right?
So
That's a
you can say
fact.
whatever you want to say. Biden was the one
Hey,
that incarcerated the most black men ever in history in the United
that's a
States of
fact.
America. And so he wrote all those crime bills. He's the one of the largest standing senators ever to live. He's the one that wrote all those crime bills. So if you want to talk about all these Democrats and how they did so much for people, go ahead and look back and see how many of these black historians, how these black families were split up because of Joe Biden and his
Yeah,
Democratic caucus and how all of them made sure that black men was incarcerated.
that's a fact.
He was the one that drafted those bills, Zulu.
Yeah, and ultimately, I know why Trump lost that year, and I'll tell you exactly what it was. It was because when I don't know if y'all remember, Joe Biden got on the Breakfast Club and he
Yeah.
shouted out to everybody. He said, "Look."
If you black, you better vote for me.
He said, if you don't vote for me, you ain't
You ain't
black.
black.
They said all the
That's what
black people were forced. We had no choice but to vote for Joe Biden. So everybody just stood up, even the felons, because they don't do voter ID. So they said felons are welcome. Everybody, we try to take y'all voter rights for anything else, but come on up, just vote for Joe Biden, and that's what happened. He pulled our black card, man. The old white man who talks about how he hates black people throughout history, and we have many clips of it full of black people, and that's what happened.
bro. This dude said that people should vote for Obama when Obama was running in 2008. He said Obama was the only sophisticated speaking black man he ever met in his life.
Yeah, that's what I'm
That's
saying.
what Joe Biden said. So people so Democrat and people so this, and this why I say they both on both sides of the races. You know what I'm saying? You can't that, and that's the reason why you're not gonna see me wearing no and no disrespect to you, big dog, but I ain't gonna be wearing no MAGA hat. I'm not gonna be wearing no Republican or no Democrat stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because what really needs to happen is people need to vote accordingly. And when stuff goes too left, right, people need to vote like that. Not always all the time Republican, not always all the time Democrat. I don't. That's not how I get down, and that's not what I agree with. And
Well,
I mean, everybody has their own opinion, but that's my
yeah.
opinion. You know what I'm saying?
It's kind of like how me and you was talking off air, Al, earlier today. Whenever I was saying, I currently represent, I not necessarily I represent them, but currently the Republican Party represents me. I don't look at it as I represent a party.
Yep.
I voice whoever is representing me the most.
Hmm.
So if all of a sudden one day, I don't know, some Democrat comes in and he has all my values, God,
Hmm.
family, everything that matters to me, you
Hmm.
know, and that's what they're about. And they're not about abortions, and they're not about gay people, and they're not about all this bullshit that I don't care about, and putting homosexual sex ed and school
Yeah.
books. Like
Yeah.
I don't get down with that,
Right.
And if one day they pulled up and they was like, you know what, we actually we want you guys to have gun rights. We want you guys to be able to do what you guys have to do without us regulating every fucking thing and committing fraud in some type of way. It would be nice if there was something about the Democratic Party that actually represented us in some way so that I could be a little bit more biased. But
Yeah.
because they're so far crazy, it's like I'm a Republican. Yeah. All right, cool. I guess I'm a Republican. I don't got no
Well,
choice.
I did a couple of videos on that where people calling, saying MAGA's a cult and all that. I was like, man, what the hell are you talking about? The man representing the man working for me, the stuff that I believe in is what he ran on. That's why I voted for him. That's why I wear the hat. But all that other
Yeah.
bullshit, you see what I'm saying? Well, he telling you what to do. I ain't met him. He ain't told me
Yeah.
shit. So what are
Which
you talking?
I do like Trump though. I
Yeah,
like Trump as a president. I don't really dislike him. I just naturally I know all politicians are fucking politicians. So
yeah,
they all have something up their sleeve that they're not telling you, but they wouldn't be a
Yeah,
politician if they didn't. They probably would be a bad politician if they didn't, honestly, because that means
yeah,
they're not very good at doing what all the politicians do. Uh,
yeah,
and that's just not how the world works right now. Politicians don't get to be honest. They don't get to
yeah.
be, always up front.
And
That's how you
I
win the
like your
game.
I like your neon light in the back too. The Big Al
Uncle
Uncle
Coon.
Coon, man. I, I see that. I got a kick out of that earlier. I said, man, because you probably fitting in with, you playing into the role where they trying to put you in, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So it's
yeah. They
funny.
started calling me a coon and a sellout and all that. And I'm like,
Yeah.
so I was like,
Yeah.
man. Okay. So I said, because it took me like probably 6 months, maybe a year, because I thought about doing the channel. I'm like, man, I ain't fooling with that shit. I ain't got time. And then I know it's gonna be a bunch of bullshit. And then it started piling up. And then it kind of started off on Facebook. And so I was hitting people up on Facebook. And I was just trying to be polite. I said, well, nah, you're a little bit off on that. Let me help you. And so I would share somebody else's video, right? Because I wasn't doing them. And then they wouldn't even listen to the video. And they just started cussing me out and calling me names and shit. And so
Yeah.
they started calling me a coon and all that. So I just put the shit together, Uncle Coon, and created me a character and came back and
Yeah.
put their ass.
Right. Right.
That's
I
what
feel
I did.
you.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
That's what you got to do, though.
Yeah.
And I know you trademarked yours, but I
Hey,
did.
hey, Eric, go look at my first video and see what it said. You know what it said? Call me something else. So I can
Right.
start getting this dumbass.
Right.
Like, man,
Right. Cause
shit.
that's I did something similar now to where I branded it to where it was like my name and everything, but
Yeah.
everybody would be calling me Uncle Tom. So I took a picture of me and I put ChatGPT with the picture of the front cover of Uncle Tom, and I blended that shit, and then I played a song with something about some dude made a song about Uncle Tom. And I played that song with it and posted a picture like, oh, so now I'm Uncle Tom because X, Y, and Z. And shit, that shit made me some money too, because people wanted to talk shit. I love
Yeah.
when people want to call me names. Call me all the names.
Let me see if I
Shit. Just remember
But
you get
man,
me paid while you're
hey,
doing it.
Somehow we got
Yeah,
way
let
off
me
the
find it
topics
right
though,
quick.
man. I ain't mean to. I somehow I went on a tangent, but I ain't mean to get off your topics and all that.
No, it's good.
Big Al.
We all right.
We this our second one, so we still, we don't
Yeah,
have no solid format of how we doing everything yet. As we fill it out, we'll have more of a format, and we would have kept it running a little bit differently
yeah,
Okay.
as we
we all
kind of
Yeah,
rotated
sometimes
through.
I can go, me, Josh. Sometimes I can go down a rabbit hole right quick.
Yeah, no, I feel that. I mean, the whole thing is the longer that we're on here, the more that watch time it is, and that's cool. Then we could chop it up, anyways. So it's
Yeah.
shoot, we could be on here for 4 hours. I don't got shit to do. You know what I'm saying? But it's well, time as everybody's. But whatchamacall, what was our next topic? We had one more that we was gonna get into. I
that was it.
forget. That was everything.
We
Man,
just
I
broke
What
it
want to
was
down.
spend the block then. I want to spend the block on your 75 cent gas price. That's what I want to spend the block on. I
Yeah,
need an
man.
understanding on that. I need an
All,
understanding on that.
all that is it's just projection, and it's just me and your opinion. But I think he's gonna do it. I really do.
But yeah, but just tell me like why do you think that though? You know what I'm saying? Like I just want to understand like why you predicting that. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't saying you wrong. I'm just wanting to understand why you saying that.
Because he's taken over all the stuff. America's is in control of all the oil, and I think they've been robbing us for all these years. And I think
Who? Who specifically? Like who been robbing us?
where we've been getting oil from, now 60% of it been
Uh
coming here, but we've been getting this been coming through Canada and China, wasn't it?
no, China don't produce oil. So the
No,
main producers of oil, the number one producer of oil in the world is the United States, and it has been for a long time. And so,
right,
if you
sixty
look
percent of
at,
it coming from, but 40% been coming from Canada, coming through Canada. From who? But it's kind of it's a complicated. I don't know. I
oh
just believe it. I don't
yeah,
have
so
to.
what?
It's hypothetical anyway, so
Yeah, yeah,
I don't
yeah.
have.
Well,
I don't have
I ain't
any proof.
saying what you saying is. I don't think it's gonna get to 75 cents, but I think
Yeah,
you're right. It will get low because the thing right now is the Strait of Hormuz is closed. And then
Hmm.
if you look at that war over there in Ukraine, have you ever served in the military or what's your background?
No military. My daddy did enough of that shit.
So, I pay close attention to these wars and stuff like that. So, what they doing right now in the Ukraine-Russia war is so the top producers of oil are the Middle East. Well, firstly, the United States, the Middle East,
Hmm.
Russia, and then you have Venezuela. Those are the top big dogs. Nobody else. So when you take out the Middle East and you take out Russia, because they're taking out Russia's oil fields through drone warfare, missiles, and attack, and you take out their production capability, they can't. There's no production on that side. Oh, then what you seen was the United States went down to Venezuela, which has the largest reservoir known to mankind right now, anyway, and they
Right.
went over there and took control of it. So what you saying, I don't disagree with what you saying as far as we gonna control the oil and the energy. I think we will because we already have everything else shut down.
Hmm.
But I
And they got
just
to
don't
get.
see 75 cent gas. That's just not gonna happen, man. Because what happens is everybody has to come over here. It's supply and demand. Every country that can't get gas and oil from everywhere else, they have to come here now to get gas and
I
oil.
didn't say Canada's gas was gonna be 75 cents.
We're gonna take over Canada too.
We already did, but I said
Yeah.
America's gas, oil and gas is gonna
No.
be 75 cents. Now I don't know what China gonna have to pay, and I don't know what Canada gonna have to pay. That's not what I'm.
Yeah.
But I said in America, I think now it might. I think he's gonna do it. I just believe he's gonna do something spectacular. I think that's his trump card because I don't think we've seen the best from him yet. That man still got
Yeah.
two more years,
Yeah.
and
Well, you know,
I don't know. I just got a feeling that he gonna bust. I think he gonna bust everybody's ass with that shit right there. With
Let
that,
me ask you
all
a question though, Big Al. You think the midterms? You think midterms are gonna go?
yeah.
What's your thought on midterms?
How you
What
think
you
it's
mean?
gonna go? Do you think he's gonna win the midterms or lose them?
Yeah, I think he's gonna win because I think that he is going to shut down the cheating and the all the election fraud. I think he's gonna shut all that bullshit down. And I believe that we're going to see that the Democrats are nowhere close to being in power and getting votes. Because the if you add up the votes, because I hate to say white people and black people, but white people ain't that damn stupid. And half of the black folk already switched over. So where are the Democrats gonna get all these votes from?
The immigrants.
Gonna be no white folk.
The immigrants.
I don't think you. I
Only
don't think. Like,
black
I
people
think
only
you.
14%. Black people only 14% of the population. And so if
Yeah.
half of them already gone, then that
Man, but I will say you'll be surprised how many white people are liberals though. You know, I
yeah,
meet a lot of going out in these streets in Texas.
I
I
don't
meet a
think
lot of conservatives and Republicans, but
I
I
don't
meet
think
a
it's
lot of liberals.
I don't think I think I would probably would be, but I don't think it's nowhere close to what we think it is. I think the news media do a lot of stuff to try to make people just like the drag queens and all that bullshit. The media, these people are in on this shit. They trying to make all that shit seem like it's normal when it's
Yeah.
nothing but bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
And I think we're gonna see for real that the people with the sense are the people that's in control. And I think more people in
But
America got good sense and have good values than all that
yeah,
bullshit. And I
I'll
think we're
tell you.
gonna see in the midterm that a lot of those people are in the minority and they full of shit. And I think America is gonna step up to the plate and we're gonna see who running this shit. And it ain't them crazy motherfuckers. That's what I
Yeah.
think.
Should I hope
And
not?
that. You
Well,
know
yeah,
what?
I
That's
do too.
wishful thinking. That's wishful thinking. But I'll tell you how it
Of
really
course it
is.
is. That's all.
Because because watch this. You know how the Democrats run is based off of sympathy.
And
Republicans don't
emotions.
run off of sympathy. Exactly.
Hmm.
Republicans run off of rights and stuff like that. Right. But Democrats run off of sympathy. So my body, my choice. Right. That's a
Mm-hmm.
real big push. You are
They
willing
play
to
off your
murder your
emotions.
children. You're
Hmm.
willing to murder your baby, right? You're willing to do an abortion of your own child, and they put these abortion clinics everywhere. And
Mm-hmm.
these young generation, we would have so much more population, even in the black
Yeah,
community, if they
yeah.
wasn't just murdering their own children all the time.
And more families because a lot of the abortions that's happening is with women that don't even tell the man. They don't even tell the man. They just go and get the abortion. You would have
Yeah.
more families.
So,
You would have more people brought together. It would be a family thing. Like nowadays, you go to a store, you see a mom with a kid, and you don't assume, oh, dad's at work. You assume, oh, she's a single mother. Like that's what you assume because that's what you see. And with that being said, because there's so many single mothers, a lot of these people are being raised by single mothers. And so guess what they're getting? Only the mother's emotions. They're not getting the dad's logic. You know, they're not seeing their dad sit there and be quiet and see what's going on and just move, do what he does. And you don't even know what the hell he's doing. You try to figure out what the hell going on. He done did what he did, and you just watch it or trying to figure out, or you might be scared. You might be getting disciplined. You don't know, but you don't know what dad's going to do. He just moves. You don't see that type of stuff from all these people nowadays. They don't. They talk too much. They front their move of what's going to happen. They have the heart on the sleeve. They're always talking about how they feel, and I'm gonna die by my respect, and all this other stupid shit that makes them feel like they tough because their mom told them, "No, son, you got to be tough. Don't ever let nobody mess with you. You got to defend your mama. Oh, and by the way, if you ever touch a dime, buy me a house." You know, and these dudes are getting emotional. So you got the women who are getting played on by their emotions. Then you got
Yeah.
these emotional men getting played on by their emotions. And that's why when you go into the comment section, people like Zulu are always here so loud because they was raised by only their mom. They're only
Yeah.
emotional. They know to rage and run their mouth whenever they feel some type of way.
Yeah. But you
They
know
don't
what?
know how to move.
I think stupid ass people like Zulu, they don't vote.
Yeah,
Dumb
but
and
ass.
A lot of the women do. A lot of the women do. I will tell you
You
that. A lot of the
you
emotional women do.
you right.
They
Both of
probably
y'all are right. I'll tell you this, both of y'all are right. The emotional
yeah,
women they do vote, and then that dumbass motherfucker he won't vote. But the thing is, at the same time, like you just said, uh, sometimes it had to be when it come down to a point where the men have to sit down and discuss. And
yeah,
so
Yeah.
this guy sitting over here rattling off comments. Come on in the chat, man. Explain your situation. Explain why you
yeah,
think like you thinking. And because I don't agree with everything Al says, I don't agree with everything my brother says. He don't agree.
Yeah.
Neither one of them agree with everything I say all the time.
yeah.
But we all have our own opinions and we all stand on what we believe in. But we all have similar beliefs. We have similar beliefs. But maybe it might be one or two things we
Just about to
disagree
say he
on.
was
You know what I'm
raised by
saying?
wolves.
This
Yeah.
this idiot right here, this dude don't vote, man. He don't know shit about
Hey,
nothing.
Zulu say he was
Yeah.
raised by wolves.
Huh?
Man, hey, he was raised by the Paw Patrol.
Yeah,
By
Paw
the Paw Patrol.
Patrol. Hey, ain't there a character on Paw Patrol named Zulu?
yeah. That's what
Oh
I was
no.
saying. I
My
I
believe
think
people
daughter
it's
like
watched
like
Paw Patrol.
that's what
I
I'm saying. My kids watch Paw Patrol. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think it's a Zulu on there. Let me find out you the little green character off Paw Patrol.
yeah, I believe
Let me find out.
people
Whole
like that.
time it's a Paw Patrol character.
People like this fool right here in the minority. Them people ain't raised no hell. They don't do shit.
Yeah.
This his biggest joy right here, doing this shit right here. He
Yo.
ain't finna go vote, shame, stupid ass. He don't even know how. He don't even know where to go vote at. But I'm saying,
Exactly.
He don't. Hey, look, he ain't never even registered to vote.
a lot of them people out there throwing bricks and rocks and burning up Teslas
Yeah.
and all that shit. Them people don't vote, man.
Hey, he ain't even registered to vote because he's scared it's gonna make him go to jury duty.
Them lazy motherfuckers don't do shit but what they doing, acting a damn fool. That's all
Yep.
they do. And they
Yeah.
go
I'm
home
telling
and
you.
peel a damn sweet potato and pour some damn milk on that shit and eat it. That's what the hell they do. They don't do shit else but dumb shit. They don't go vote. They don't do shit. And I think America is going to step up to the plate because I think people like us, even though we don't agree on everything, we're not supposed to. But I think
Yeah.
people with good sense, the good sense is going to come through. And I think America is going to step up to the plate and say, we sick of this bullshit.
Hold on,
Yeah.
15:30.
And we're
I
not
got
going back.
15:30. You get your money. Come out there and look.
I think that's why I said what I said, Eric, and I might be dead wrong. But I don't even think Trump has done, I don't even think we have seen what he gonna do. And I don't think he played the Trump card yet.
Man,
I think
man,
I think
listen.
all that bullshit with them polls and them the voters, all that
I'm gonna tell you one reason why I like
he
Trump,
gonna
man.
expose all that shit.
I'm gonna tell you one reason why I like Trump. And it's gonna be kind of that nobody would expect, but man, Trump makes me money, man. I invest in the stock market. Trump makes me money, man. When he
Exactly.
sells
That's what
I
I'm
knew
something
that's what you
for
was gonna
another,
say.
people don't invest in the stock market like I do. They don't invest like I do.
and I say I'm
I
investment.
invest, I'm an investor.
I'm
And
licensed.
Yeah,
yo, what you
he does taxes and stuff like that.
I know that's what I'm
no,
saying.
I don't do I'm talking about investing like stocks and stuff like
I
that.
am licensed securities investment license. You ain't listening.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Okay,
licensed.
okay.
Well,
I
he
got
just heard what I said.
an insurance license and I'm security investment licensed.
Okay.
And Trump
Well,
wants people to win
yeah.
bad. Really, that's why he's doing what he's doing.
It's only
That's
the people that's the people that's winning is the people that's doing what Trump wants them to do, and that's
it's
investing.
not
If you ain't investing, you ain't winning. Well, I ain't gonna say that because I like the fact that he put like no tax on tips and stuff like that, but they still need to stop doing 20% tips on everything. Then at the same time, shoot, it's getting ridiculous.
I tip some people more than 20%. The other day I tipped the glass over and
You
told
took
her
the
to take
what?
it because she wasn't worth a damn. You ain't getting shit. Yeah, damn all that. I took the damn glass over and walked out. The crazy motherfucker went. She didn't come. She didn't bring us no tea. Didn't do a damn thing. I'm not giving
Man.
you shit.
Yeah. Nah,
You
I
said
feel
I
that.
That's too.
But hey, let's touch on that right quick. Let's touch on these taxes. Let's touch on these tips, man.
Hey,
Let's
real
touch on
quick, before
that.
we get into that, check in with the comments with the welcome stranger.
Which one?
The welcome stranger on YouTube. I think it's on your channel. They dropped two comments. Let's
Okay, let me scroll
engage
down.
with them real quick, and then we'll get into that no tax on tips.
Trump will win midterms unless the USA wants to go backwards. That's what I said. And live in a perverted, broke country. The mainstream media are twisted liars and a joke. I think he's finna take over the media. They don't have that long either. Because
They
what's the
already took
name?
over the media. They already
The
took over the
media,
media.
the
Yeah.
media, the media. Do you think? I think that's just my opinion. I think the media is responsible for the dumb shit because I think a lot of people go to work hard, come home, turn on the TV, and get the news, and they just believe that shit. Now, if he can reverse all that, who voting Democrat? And the people that's doing raising all the hell, I don't even think them idiots. They don't go vote.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen no purple haired people with three titties and no damn poles and shit. So I might be dead wrong, but I don't think them people don't vote it. They don't even know when the
Hey,
hell
you know
that's.
what though? You know what though? In the Texas primaries, I seen one unicorn looking motherfucker walk up out of there. So it
Yeah,
was one of them. It was one of them out of the probably 30, 40, 50 that could have pulled up.
yeah, but
So,
it, but
huh.
you but then
What
you
you
go around the
saying?
corner at night and they all over there at the Tesla dealership throwing bombs and shit. Man, those people are in the minority, and I think the media got a lot of people fooled. Them people ain't shit. And America is not stupid. I don't believe that at all. America got good values, good people. We work hard and we ain't dumb.
Yeah.
And gas gonna be 75 fucking cents.
It ain't. It ain't gonna
You
be
gonna die on
75
that one,
cent,
huh?
bro.
You gonna
It
die
ain't
on
gonna
that
be
hill.
75.
It's gonna be
What?
close. Now it might not stay there, but I think he gonna do it. I really do. I don't know why. I just
I
believe
tell
he's
you
gonna
this.
do
This a
it.
capital. This a capital
I
country.
believe, I
This a
believe he's gonna
capital country, man. This a capital. This a capital country. And if gas
sure
go to 75 cent, I ain't making no money on my stock. So
how do you
no,
yeah,
everybody else ain't making no money. So
man, people
it
be
ain't
driving
going to
on the
75
motherfucker,
cent.
man. People you don't know that.
Do
Yeah,
know it. I do
everything
know
start
it.
a lot of
And
stuff
let me
start
tell
moving.
you. Let me tell you something, man. You have to have a certain amount of. So there's a reason why they made OPEC, right? Do you know what OPEC is? Like
Yeah,
over there
we
in the
can.
Middle East.
Yeah, I think we've covered this enough because it ain't nothing gonna change. I'm gonna keep
Yeah.
saying it. We're gonna keep explaining why. So
Yeah, we can go to the next comment then.
Yeah, we
we
go
just
to the next one. We go to the
we
next
just
one.
put a pin in it, and
We gonna skip over all the Zulus because we already been going back and forth with him.
we just see what happens.
Let's
Yeah,
just catch up on these few
I saw
welcome
somebody
strangers because
else
they
on
commented.
there. Yeah,
Welcome
I saw.
stranger commented a couple times. We'll catch up on them and then we'll go to the next topic.
Now my
They
comment.
said,
I sent it. I text. A true journalist
yeah.
tells two sides of the story. I'm biased. These fuckers don't. Okay, he said he changed his. We no journalists. Where you get that shit from?
Well, no, because the comment before that it said journalists tell unbiased two sidelines of the story. The mainstream are bought off,
What
and
this right here?
then
That's what we
yeah,
trying to do, though. That's what I'm trying to do. At least I like to tell
that's
both
what we
sides.
doing right now. I can't tell if they're saying that they talking about the journalists they talking about or us, but I don't
I
know. We've been very both sides about everything. I've been saying even whenever I think that things are right or wrong, I talk about the full spin because I might, be Republican. Like I said, it represents me more than I represent it. But I just keep it real, man. If it's something I don't like, I don't like it, and that's
yeah.
just what it is.
They saying
And
the mainstream is bought off. Is that true? Is that both sides of the story? Or is that just one side? Dumbass.
go back to the other comment though,
Tell
because they
unbiased
said that
two
after.
sides. But we not mainstream though, so I
Yeah,
think
that's
he
what I'm
might
saying.
not be saying what he might not be talking about
That's what
us.
I'm saying. I don't know what they're
Which one?
saying, or I think that's a she. But
See,
either
yeah.
way, journalists tell unbiased two sidelines of the story. The mainstream are bought off, And then now my comment changed when I sent it. I texted it. No, it said I texted a true journalist tells two sides of the stories unbiased. These fuckers. Oh, I guess maybe they are talking about me. I don't know. I don't care.
Trump will win midterm unless you ask wants to go back. We did that one.
No, I'm pretty sure they're talking about the mainstream media. But so we were about to get into the no tax on tips. And so
Oh,
is no tax on tips.
I think they are
What's up?
talking about
Yeah,
straight up.
they're talking about mainstream media for sure.
Yeah.
So no tax on tips. What else did he put in there? He put no tax on tips. There was some other shit that was no tax.
No
I
tax on over.
forget. No tax on overtime. You
Yeah,
know,
that was worth when I did taxes this year. That didn't because nothing, none of that stuff applies to everybody. But I saw some people. I saw some people that like people that work on work outside, electricians and power lines and people, guys like that. That
yeah.
helped them a lot.
Oh,
And
most definitely. I
yeah,
wish I still worked at TDC.
yeah,
All the overtime I used to get working at the prison, shit, I'll be
yeah,
racked up.
yeah. I saw people get 4,000, 5,000. I had one guy was like 12,000. It was like $12,000. He worked it. He was
Yeah,
working it. And
yeah,
like that one guy, his whole program was pretty much overtime because he stayed on call.
yeah.
Even when he wasn't at work, he was on call, and so that counted for overtime. They had to pay him, and so he racked up.
Yeah.
He really
The
did. He
welcome
racked.
stranger said, "No, I'm saying that about mainstream. Never tell both sides. They just side with the Dems." So yeah, they was talking about the mainstream.
Yeah,
They just
yeah.
side with the Dems.
They bought off, but I think that's changing too because I think slowly but surely because how many people Trump has sued everybody and won ABC, CBS, all of them, MSNBC. He sued all their asses and won every
Yeah,
one of the cases. And so I think all that's going to change too. But
possibly. Yeah.
that's just my opinion.
You never know though. It's so deep rooted. I think what's really gonna change when everything really starts shifting for real one side or the other is when we
Mhm.
get another Republican president. So if JD Vance or Marco Rubio or whoever, 2028, if they win
Yeah.
and we win that right there, then you're really gonna see a real shift where all the people who are in the middle now they're not going to have to, hide so much because a lot of people think because Trump is so polarizing, a lot of people are scared to move over.
Now you want to see something stupid? Now this is dumb shit I don't understand. Enjoy your vote now as they roll back your civil rights. You'll be back in the fields. How the hell does that even make any sense? How do you even think like that? Roll
First of
back
all, Zulu, you from Pan Africa,
Yeah, first
so
of all, he came from Indian field. So what the hell are you talking about? And people
Man,
yeah,
talk
I ain't
back to Africa. I can't go back to somewhere I ain't never been, dumbass. So what is
gonna
what is
lie, man. I
it is
can't even
crazy.
respond to him. Like I can't even respond to him. I just want to respond to the text on this thing because like people like this, sometimes you just gotta like ignore because people like him, he gonna keep commenting because we keep
No,
talking
I
about
want
him.
him to bring his stupid
You know
ass
what I'm
on here.
saying?
I'm gonna engage his dumbass. That's what I do. That's what I
I
want. He come
mean,
on here. I'm gonna
yeah,
talk.
if that's what you like, yeah, if that's what you like, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah,
Because he say
yeah,
state sponsored media, that's what y'all want, clowns. Who said anything about state sponsor? Nobody said anything about state sponsored media. Oh,
yeah. I want him to come
and
over
that's the
here because
thing.
he gonna get clowned.
I really don't care
My
what he
thing,
comments. He can keep commenting
mm,
all day. Every comment makes me a little bit more money. So
Yeah,
yeah.
keep going.
But my thing about tax on tips, though, man, no tax on tips. I mean, when he came out with that proposal, man, um, Kamala Harris immediately stole that idea and she
Yeah,
said, "Yeah, I
yeah,
want that too. I want no tax on tips too." That was her idea. She stole
Eric,
that directly
yeah,
from him. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Eric, Eric,
So that's how you know it's a
Eric,
good idea.
Eric.
Yeah,
I
go
got a
ahead.
news flash for you.
Yes,
The
sir.
Democrats ain't gonna never be shit unless they steal everything.
But you
All
know
they gotta
what,
do,
That's a
man?
fact.
But you
all
know
they gotta
what?
do, if they ever gonna win, the only Democrat that's gonna win is the one to get on there and say, you know what, I like everything that Trump did, I'm gonna keep doing that. That's the only way they're gonna
Yeah,
win. Because all that opposition
man.
bullshit they're doing, it ain't gonna happen.
My
I don't
opinion
think
on
it's
that,
gonna happen.
my brother know my opinion on that, and I don't disagree with you. I told my brother this the other day. Said that he said, "Man, you think the Republicans don't have fraud too?" And I said, "Hell yeah, they have fraud,
Yeah,
but
they do.
the difference is, I'll tell you the difference. Uh, difference is in Democrat states, the politicians they interact in a lot of fraud. The politicians do, but they also allow their citizens, or not even citizens, just random people that come into the United States to participate in the fraud.
Yeah,
Republicans, they don't allow the citizens and anybody
Yeah,
else to participate in the
only
fraud.
politicians.
They participate in the fraud by themselves. And I tell
And
you
if you
this, man.
try, they hem you up real quick.
Yeah, they all crooks, man. And anybody that gets behind billionaires and trillionaires and stuff like that, you have to understand where these people, you not living in the same aspect that they're living in, man. Like they are living like kings and on a level that you couldn't even understand how they living. And when they move around, they have 50, 60, 70 security staff personnel that you don't even know is working for them. They're
hmm
everywhere all around you. When they pull up, when Elon Musk pulls up somewhere, he gonna have security there before he even arrives, days, by
And that's what
hours.
I was
They're
telling
gonna be
somebody
there
the other day.
before. They're gonna be there before he gets there by
Yeah.
days. They're gonna be securing the scene before days before he
You're
arrives.
gonna be talking to
This way.
the hot dog truck dude, and you don't
Yeah.
even know that's Elon Musk security. He got a whole motherfucking Uzi in his back pocket with an
yeah.
extended suppressor and a 30 round magazine in that thing. And you don't even know he in here flipping hot
Facts.
dogs.
Yeah, man. So people need to tell, in my opinion, man, uh like I say, man, I don't disagree with none of the stuff you're saying. I believe that people should represent the side they represent. If you like gun rights, yes. Say you like gun rights. You like you like freedom of speech. Say you like freedom of speech. You like all your constitutional rights, all 10 of them, embark that shit. But as
Mhm.
far as it comes down to my choice, aborting, killing kids and stuff like that, you don't like that, represent that too. But at the same time, these
They don't even know
parties,
what that means.
huh?
They don't even know what the hell that means, man. They just be saying that shit. My
I'll
body,
tell
my
you,
choice. They don't know what the
I'll,
hell
t-
that means.
I'll tell you why they don't know what it means, because when it was my body, my choice, when it came to abortions, it was cool. But when it was my body, my choice, when it came to getting the COVID vaccination, which I still didn't get and I still won't get,
And I
uh,
won't get it
they
for
wasn't
real.
talking about that then.
I
They
And
ain't
with
wasn't
do
talking
that
that.
about
being
that then.
And you know
Yeah.
what? With that being said, that actually brings us into the other topic that we forgot about. Well, we kind of touched on it. The what's it? The Hana virus. The shit. What I forget what it was called.
Yeah, it's a hantavirus. It's off of it's off of some ship. It's off of some
Yeah.
cruise ships over
Hey,
there, and
look.
that
I
it's
just
not nothing, man. They trying
Before
to
we
make it
even
out of
get into
something.
what it is, I just wanted to be clear. I don't care what it is. We're not doing the COVID 2.0. Y'all not shutting down nothing for me. I'm not complying for that. I'm not doing that. I'm going wherever I want to go, whenever I want to do it. I ain't getting no motherfucking shot. I ain't wearing no motherfucking mask, and I'm
I
not
ain't do.
going for it.
I
And
ain't
if
do
and if people, when I was telling people during COVID, I was telling people this is bullshit.
Yep.
I worked in the prison at the time. I
I did.
took, I moved over 150 inmates from one pod to the other. I didn't know why I was moving them. I had no clue what I was moving them for. But Sergeant told me, move these dudes from over here to over there. Whole time, inmates ain't gonna wear their mask. They don't care about that shit. So
Mm,
I'm not wearing my mask. They not wearing their mask. Whole time I transport them over, go tell the sergeant, I'm done. They're like, okay, cool. Nobody else goes in that pod. That's the COVID area.
mm-hmm.
I never got COVID.
I didn't
None
either.
of the motherfuckers look sick. But I escorted all the motherfuckers over there, and it was that deadly, and none of them died. It
I,
just shit like that don't add up to me.
They told me I had COVID. You know what they gave me?
So
They
some
told me to
sugar
go home.
pills.
They told me to go home and stay away from everybody for 2 weeks. That
Yeah,
was it. That's what they gave me. Go
yeah.
home and
Yeah.
stay away from everybody for 2 weeks.
Hey,
But it
that
killed.
was very
It,
therapeutical, wasn't it?
they said it killed a million. Every time they said it killed somebody, the number went up 300,000. I'm like, ain't no way. We don't got that many people in the fucking world for y'all to keep going up. Every month y'all went up a million people who died from it. And then you come to find out that most of those people wasn't dying from it. They was dying from something else. And they
Yeah,
might have had COVID, might not have.
they
But
might.
people were getting incentivized. It came out that the nurses and doctors were getting incentivized to
Yep, they would
have quote unquote COVID patients or people
put,
who die from COVID. You
put
know,
COVID on
so
the death certificate and get four
yeah,
thousand dollars. That's what they were doing.
yep.
But just like
So
them numbers didn't add up, them numbers, the Democrat numbers not gonna add up because I think them motherfuckers in the minority. America is not stupid. I believe that.
yeah.
I don't think the American people are not that damn stupid, man.
But I just don't understand how with this hantavirus shit, how it's always they have it confirmed it's on one location. Last time it was on an airplane.
Hmm.
And then out of nowhere it just spreads. Y'all motherfuckers had them all on a boat.
You know they
How
do.
the fuck did you get there? And then they talk about they're trying to track down people who unboarded the boat. Motherfucker, what you mean?
Well,
If somebody was
I
jacking a
think
plane, they would have air marshals all through that bitch. They would have by the time you touch a fucking base, I mean, an airport, there's 36,000 fucking police officers around you shutting down the whole place. Ain't nobody leaving. Why they don't do that for this like that?
They trying to
Shit like
test.
this.
They trying to test the water to see if people gonna go for that bullshit again. That's what they doing.
that's
Ain't
likely what
nobody
it
follow.
is.
People
But
ain't paying.
the
People ain't
thing,
paying no attention, man. Now they
yeah,
trying to
they
fix
not.
it.
It's
Rat's been around. You get the shit from rat. You remember the bird flu and all that, man? It's
yeah.
Yeah.
just a whole
But
lot of
everybody
bullshit.
know they try. That's basically some like Black Plague shit. Y'all know back in the middle of the Dark Ages where they say, oh my God, the rats killed because the rats were the vectors and they were carrying all these parasites to humans, and basically the rats was transmitting the viruses to humans. And so
Mhm.
that's basically what the same. That's what it is. It comes from rats and rats feces and stuff like that. So
Yeah,
unless you're eating rat feces, unless you are kissing
Yeah.
somebody that ate rat feces or stuff like that, then
what you
you're
think in the
not gonna
warehouse?
contract the virus.
Yeah, in the warehouse, the rats all peeing and shitting all over everything in the damn warehouse. Cans stored up.
Yeah,
So
Yeah,
but they're not exposed to that virus though. So they have to be like on their ship.
so
I don't know how they got exposed to the virus on this ship,
let
but
me
on
let
this
me give you
ship,
some background real quick.
you know,
This motherfucker is in safety. That's all I'm gonna say. He's in safety. That's his profession.
yeah,
So
yeah,
if anybody would know about some shit like that on how they gonna manage that type of shit, this motherfucker's in safety. That's what he do for a living. So, I don't. I mean, I agree. It's no way that that type of shit just mixed with the food, and they're a actual business that actually makes money every year and doesn't get shut down. Somebody would have found out about that. Somebody would have figured that out in some type of way. There's no way that they're just some type of way that it just happened this one time and it's never happened before. Complacency comes with being complacent. It doesn't come out the blue. you know.
yeah,
Yeah, what's up, Desmond? It's my boy Desmond.
that's your boy.
Y'all check him out. I think it's we talk about it, man. I can't remember exactly what it is. I know you got a page. Talk about
fleas
it.
from rats. Yeah, I like the
Something.
flea. It
Kurt
could be from fleas from rats too. Yeah, be
more.
some.
Yeah. He said his dad passed, and they attributed it to COVID. And hell
Yeah,
yeah, progressives are a minority. I sure hope they are a minority, man, because
yeah,
I'm tired of them. I bet it starts to make you feel like they're not on social media because so many of them comment. So many of them have to rage at every little thing. And I know you see that too, Al. You see more negative comments from people
mhm,
who are on that side. You see positive comments, which I'm getting to the point where I'm starting to see both. I am starting to see a lot of people who support, what I put out and are conservatives. But for the longest time, it felt like everybody was a fucking liberal.
Yeah, but you see, I tell you what I see now, and I've been really paying attention to it. A lot of people post like when they put up memes and shit that they crazy shit. A lot of times people don't even say nothing about that bullshit. They don't even no comments. So I
Yeah.
think it's people sick of this shit, man. I just believe they're getting tired of it, man. And that racism shit done played out. And so I think a lot of people waking up. I don't think they're gonna say nothing. They don't want to be the quote unquote sellout. But
Yeah.
I think the midterm is gonna be a freaking blowout, man. Ain't nobody. I don't know. I think people gonna wake up, and I think my boy, he ain't played the Trump card yet. He still got two jokers. He still got the 4 aces and 2 jokers, man.
What's the
So,
trump card, man? What's the trump card? Because the only
75
thing I can see right now
gas, man. I can't
ain't gonna be no 75 cent, bruh.
but
Man,
Let
it might not
let
be for 2 weeks.
man, look, like I said, you go to
nah,
any
man.
store and ain't nothing in the store $1 or less. Everything $1.05 or more.
Look,
You gonna
listen,
get
you
a
can't.
fucking blow pop. That shit $1.05.
Yeah, you can't get that bitch for $1, so you definitely ain't getting no. You can't get a gallon of milk for
Y'all,
75 cent.
y'all keep
So
coming back to it. I'm gonna keep saying
He gonna die on that
it.
on
I
that
look here.
leg.
I look
He
here.
gonna stand
I
on
look
it.
here.
He's
I
just gonna
but
wait.
you know
We're
what?
gonna wait and see. He
Hey,
might do this shit.
look,
It might not be for 2 days, but I think he's gonna get it done. But
I like the
anyway,
tenacity. I like the tenacity, and I like how you standing on that hill. But hey,
yeah,
look here. You might well. You know what the old school knights did back in the day when they
what they
had to.
do.
They had to die on their swords. They had to die on their swords when they was wrong. When they got dishonored, they had to die on their swords. So
Hey, but
that's
look, I'll
probably
tell you what. I'll tell you what though, Al. If we get 75 cents, the day that it dropped to 75 cents, I'm gonna cash up you a full tank of gas. I'm gonna cash up you a full tank of gas.
that gonna be like $5.
Yeah, they gonna need that.
Hey, look, I'm gonna cash up you a full tank of gas the day it happens.
Nah, you gotta do
Look,
better than send a damn truck over here.
look,
Nah,
Hey,
I think he's gonna do something dramatic though, for real.
yeah,
That's what
look,
what's up. He gonna bust everybody's ass.
well, what I think he is doing good, what I think he is doing right, and I'll tell you this and be real with you, is that he's bringing a lot of what his intention is to bring a lot of manufacturing back. So
yeah,
if we can do that, but the problem with that is now is that we have a lot of AI and robotics that's taking the place of these jobs. So he can bring it back and it will prevent China or India or all these other huge economies from making the economical power coming, but it still doesn't get like we have to make sure the people are getting jobs. But that's not gonna be happening because if you look at like Elon Musk and them, man, they're making these robots. These robots can do everything we can do. These drones and stuff like that, they can do stuff that we can't even do. So you have all these robots that are capable of things that we can't do. And when you look at these manufacturing plants, they don't even, I mean, they need humans. They don't need humans at the rate that people think they do.
Which
And
one, Eric? Which one you think is better? Owning your own business or working for somebody else?
to be real, it depends on what business you own. But it really just depends on what skills you have and what business you own. If you own a lemonade stand and you sell a lemonade for $1, and obviously working for somebody else might be better. But if you own a manufacturing plant, if you own a trade, if you own a welding company, if you own a electrician company, if you own something there's some skill behind it and you're licensed,
Mm-hmm.
then a lot of times working for yourself, you can make a lot more money, a lot
Okay,
more,
so
and you can
then
hire employees.
so if the shit go to AI and you the owner, so what?
What you
but
mean? So
you're
what?
not gonna have the
What you mean? So
opportunity to do that. See, here's the thing. It's kind of like
Who
It's
not?
kind of like the effect of everybody who says, "Oh, well, there was a time where everybody said the Mexicans are coming and taking the jobs, right? The illegals, not even necessarily Mexicans." And the reason why is because black people, white people used to do roofing. They used to do siding jobs and fencing jobs and all that shit. They used to
Here's the
build
best
houses
example. Here's the
and
best
all
example.
that
I got
shit.
the best example right quick, just right quick. Let me ask you a question. You own a
Mhm.
taxi business, right? Let's say you own a
Tax,
taxi business.
yeah, tax. Yeah.
Or let's even, no, no, not tax. Let's just pretend you own a taxi
Oh,
business.
taxi. Yeah. Okay. All
Yeah,
right. Yeah,
like a Uber or some kind of form of transportation business, right?
okay.
Okay, you charge certain rate. Let's say you charge $2 a mile. Just I don't know what the actual rates are. I'm just spitballing something, right? Okay, but now Tesla comes out with self-driving vehicles. And now you competing with them and they charge 75 cents a mile. Right? You charge $2, they charge 75 cents, right? Okay.
You got his lucky number right
Hey,
there.
look here,
He caught his
but
attention.
look, but listen, you filling up with 70.
75
Hold up. I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet.
75
Man,
cents.
I ain't done yet. I ain't done yet. You filling up for 75 cents a gallon too, on top of
Yeah.
that.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, but you charging $2. You charging $2 a mile. They charging what?
Are you
75
talking
cents a
about?
mile.
Let me ask you a question. You talking about Tesla, the electric cars?
Fully self-driving. You know he coming out. You know they already out. They're
Yeah. I
already
know
out.
what I'm saying. The
Fully
electric.
self-driving. This what I'm telling you, because you said that is it better to own your own business, or you say is it to work for better to work for somebody else, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
This the scenario I'm giving you. You own your own business. Let's just say you own your own business.
Yeah.
And then you thriving in your city, your town, wherever you at. And all of a
Yep.
sudden, Tesla pops up. Tesla
Yep.
pops up there and they are cutting you down and they are
Mhm.
charging a quarter, or well, we'll say one third of what you're charging to drive the same
Mhm.
distance. Who you think they're gonna go with?
Who?
Who you think the average person is gonna go with?
The
Person
It's
that's
average.
trying to
cheaper.
pinch
It's
pennies. A
A
cheaper.
lot
person
of,
that's
It
trying
might
to
be
pinch
faster.
pennies.
They
a lot
might
of people.
sell that it's safer.
A lot of people not finna get in no damn car with no damn driver. And then my
You'll be
You'll
personality,
be
surprised.
you'll be
huh?
surprised what people
You'll
will
be
do when they don't
surprised.
got no money, man. When they ain't
You're
got
right.
no
Especially
money.
that.
You are right. I would be surprised, but I would be surprised because a lot of people not finna get in no damn car with no damn driver. And Tesla is electric, which is going to
Yes.
push the gas down to 75 cents.
We already established the gas is at 75 cents. We established that already. We said I said that to begin with, what you filling up with is 75 cents a gallon, right? Which
That
is
wasn't hard.
never ever gonna happen. But
That
we'll
wasn't hard. It
pretend
wasn't hard. It wasn't
we'll
hard to get you there.
we'll take a step in fairy land. You know what I'm saying? We'll take a step over there right quick for you, just for you. In never land. You know what I'm saying? Because it's never going to 75 cents. Because it just wouldn't be economically feasible.
Guess
It just
what I ain't
can't.
gonna do? I'm not getting in no damn driverless car.
But
Feel
I
that?
mean,
I
it's a
don't
lot of
believe.
people who are like that. But you got to realize, my generation will hop in a driverless car. My generation, I live near Austin. I know
Yeah,
people right now who go to Sixth Street in a driverless car.
I
I
believe
Let
think
me
it's
tell you
called
this
Waze and
too.
some shit, and
I,
they hop right up in it, and it's cheaper
But
than Ubers because
I,
you don't have to tip
but
because
hold up
nobody's
though.
getting the tip.
But hold up though.
I,
We can get deeper than that.
I
We can get
believe
deeper than
it.
that if you
I
really
believe
want to.
I believe it, but I also believe a lot of people ain't getting in there.
We can get
I
deeper
believe
I
than that if
believe
you
a
want
lot.
to.
Well, the thing is, a lot of people who
We can
aren't
get
getting in there,
deeper.
and no this to anybody who's older, but by the time this is really a mainstream, y'all are going to be a minority. Y'all are, the people who are not wanting to get in
Mhm.
there are in upper age for the most part, because a lot
right.
of people who are younger are so familiar with technology. Like me, I grew up, technology was all around me.
Okay.
Technology was everything. I grew up.
And
My brother had a fucking PlayStation already. You know what I'm
right,
saying? I just played his PlayStation when I was playing the fucking Nintendo, the Atari, all that shit when I was. 3, 4 years old playing with my brother. That was all around me. Just kind of like these kids now. 2 year olds be running around with tablets glued. And they're so accustomed to with technology. People trust AI so much. People put everything into their AI. They run their whole businesses through AI. And
Right.
if their business fails in a few years because AI was inefficient, then they'll be clueless because they had no real ideas. People do everything with AI, and
I'll
you'd
tell
be
y'all this
surprised how many
though.
people really trust technology
The
more
real deal
than they
though, the
don't.
real deal besides that, if you really look at it, they're trying to pass a bill right now to where if you get in your vehicle, if they predict that you might be tipsy or they predict that you might not be capable of driving, guess what?
Okay.
Vehicle off.
Okay.
Listen,
Yeah,
So
because
I'm
they
not
putting
done. I'm
those
not done yet. I'm not done
whatchamacalls.
yet. I'm not done yet. That's just the
so Eric,
platform.
I'm gonna answer your
That's just the
question.
start. That's just the start, right? So
Okay.
they
So Eric,
they already can. What year is your car? What year car do you
I'm gonna,
have?
I'm gonna answer your question.
Okay.
If I'm in business, I'm going to adjust to whatever the hell. Okay, 10 years ago, into what? No, what else? 20 2021, I built a brand new car wash. Okay,
Mhm.
and I remember when I
2021.
did, huh?
You said 2021.
2021, yeah. No, 2020. No,
2020.
2001.
Well, let me
It was,
ask you this: before you get on, was it autom? Is it like one of them automated car washes or one?
no, it wasn't automated. That don't matter because that's not what I'm talking about. But what I'm
Okay.
saying is my business plan. I remember when I did the business plan, I did it. I'm building another one. AI just did my business plan. So business, you adjust.
But check this out. But check
That's what
this
I'm
out.
saying. But at what
When you
point in time
was
do you adjust yourself out
But
of being
before we even get to
adjustable?
any of that, when you was 16, what did you do?
When I was 16,
Yeah, did you work when you was 16?
yeah, hell yeah, I worked when I was
What
16.
did you do when you was 16? What was your job? Not even your first job. What did you do mostly in high school? What was your job?
I worked at my grandmother's club and through
Okay,
newspaper.
at the club and through
Yep.
newspaper. So you already
Ain't no
said
newspaper
newspaper
no more.
disappeared.
Newspaper
Exactly.
gone.
Yep. So working at the club, okay, that I mean, you might still be able to do that because I mean, unless they do some type of AI shit to where the clubs are completely automated, you don't need that shit either. But that's probably way too in the future. Most people in high school they work at a fast food restaurant. They work at the shoe store. They work at Walmart, which we're seeing the Walmart jobs going away. Here in Austin, we see I have been to a Whataburger. I don't know if you got Whataburger out there in Louisiana. If you do, shout out to Louisiana. Y'all want to be like Texas, but anyways, Whataburger, they have a fully automated restaurant. You pull up, there's no interior. That bitch is
Yeah,
a machine. The whole
yeah.
thing is a machine. You pull up, you have to order through a window. You
Okay.
order by pressing the buttons on the touch screen. They put out what you want, and there's not a single person that works at that place. There's one IT guy that works at all the locations in the area.
I
One
understand.
IT guy. So with that being said, you don't get to go and open your business or go and buy a car wash without the beginning of it all. You don't get to do any of that without the start of it all. Because even if you're not in high school doing that, a lot of people's first jobs, those entry level jobs, are going to be gone. They're going to be non existent. So you can want to open your business all day. You can want to open your business all day. But I've opened a few businesses. You know what I learned?
What difference does it make?
It takes
If
money. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you. I've opened a few different businesses, and you know what I learned? It takes money to
you
get a
25,
business going.
60, I've done more. I've done
Yeah,
more.
yeah. And guess what? In your 60 years, you had a job every time that paid you so that you could make sure that you had enough money to get a business. There's no
That's
way unless you inherited money, you didn't just poof, you had money and then you started a business. There's only two ways you could have did it. There's only two ways. Either you inherited money or you made earned money and then started a business. It's not just poof, a business appears. That's not how it works. You have to have some type of foundation. You have to be able to pay your bills. When you first start a business, You don't just got people rushing to say, "Hey, let me come pay you. Let me do my services or whatever you do." You have
you
to have some money to pay your bills.
you
You have
can't
to have
put
some money to eat.
you can't put your opinion on my story. I know what
It's
the
not
hell.
an opinion. It's a fact. You had to work a job,
Okay,
or you had to
John,
because you can't. There's no way possible.
you can't tell me what I did.
So tell me what you did.
I'm not. That ain't what we talking about. You didn't change the subject. This ain't
Well,
about
you
an.
Okay,
said I can't tell you what you
hold up.
did,
Let's
and I
get back
said
on
this
the
is how it
subject
went.
then. Let's
No,
get
I
back
didn't
on the
change the
subject
subject. I
then.
didn't change the subject at all. I said
Okay,
straight up, if we have AI that is taking over and we have to compete with AI, you have to
you
start from the ground up to start a business. You have
you
to
sim-
have money to start a business. You
you
can't
simply
have money,
no
huh?
whatever it is. You simply adjust. I said
You
if you always
can't adjust if there's no money from the beginning. You have to most businesses you have to have at least a little bit of money to start a business. If not, everybody would have a fucking successful business.
why
If it
would I
was
say
free.
you can have a business with no money? I didn't say that. You did.
So if there's no entry level jobs, if every fast food job is taken by AI or
You
robots, if every warehouse job is taken by AI or robots, if
that's what
every driving job,
you think. I don't
so
think
now
that.
you're moving the goalpost.
I'm not. I ain't moving nothing.
Because we
You
just said
Let him
that
get
was
his
what the
spill in,
topic
Josh.
was.
Let him get his spill in, Josh. Let him talk a little bit.
do
Now
what?
I'm just saying because the topic was if AI, if you have to compete with AI and technology, and so now
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
saying that's what you think is going to happen. No,
Well,
that's what the topic
I
is.
just think he don't understand quite like how fast is AI is taking over stuff. You know what I'm
I
saying?
didn't say
Like
I
right
would.
now,
I said you adjust.
and I agree. I agree you adjust, but watch this. Let me tell you how people can't adjust, right? So right now what's happening is that majority of college students that are graduating are youngest uh, people that are supposed to be joining the workforce with bachelor degrees, with associate degrees, with master degrees. They're coming
Yeah.
out, and 50% of them they can't get gainful employment on the careers or the job fields that they're going into. And they were basically promised these jobs prior to them, like say, for example, engineers. Everybody, this like 5 years ago, 10 years ago, you would have said engineers are extremely safe job to get into. But now you
Right.
have AI, you don't need engineers. You don't need people that are videographers or actors because
I'm
they
not.
have those positions that,
I'm not. I'm not arguing with that. I said you adjust. What do you want me to say?
no, I agree with you. I agree with you. You adjust, but at
I
what
say
point,
you
like
adjust.
how? Yeah, no, I agree. I
You
ain't
can
saying you
only
wrong.
adjust so much to a certain extent.
Right.
Lay that.
Obviously, you
That's the
adjust.
point.
If you already have it set up, you can adjust. But
Wait,
if you have nothing, you can't adjust. If you already have something going, you can adjust.
did
But
you
it's
start?
just like
Don't you have a business right now?
I definitely have a business. But what
You
I'm
start.
saying, I've opened multiple different businesses,
You
and
start.
each one.
So you saying other people can't do that?
But you know what it took me?
No.
Some money. I had to have money, or I couldn't start a business.
It took you a decision. The money will come.
No, it took me having to buy equipment. It took me having to buy equipment. It took me having to go out and buy marketing. It took me a whole bunch of money. It wasn't free. Starting a business ain't
See,
free. And anybody who
see,
pretends that starting a business is easy and free and it's lucrative as soon as you start, they're just lying and they're selling a skit to other people who are just going to get themselves caught up in the same situation. You
Who
have to
said
realize.
starting a business is free? Who said that?
So, okay,
nah,
with
but
that being said, we can keep going in the circle. If it's not free, you have to have a starter job.
I'm not in the
Do
circle.
you agree? Do you
That's
agree? Yes or no? Yes or no? Do you have to have a starter job to be able to earn any money? Do you have to start a job? If you have absolutely no money and the business is not free, do you need money from starting a job unless you inherit something?
I started a YouTube channel. I started a
So
car
that
wash.
would be your occupation.
You let me answer the question? I started a car wash with a bucket and a water hose. Now, what
You
else you
should
want me
have
to tell you?
you
Was
should
the
have
water
one
free?
for that.
Was the bucket free? Was the water free? Was the soap free?
But I think we getting too caught up in like the I think we everybody is expressing feel like the it just needs to be understood that things are changing and then you know some
That's
people
what I
may
said.
not be as affected. Some people may not be as affected as others. And I ain't disagreeing with you, Al. You
Some
know,
people
you
got home
right.
so what?
No, you right. I mean, you right. You do have to adjust, but
Y'all
my
put me
brother
in
right too.
you trying to put me in a box where I think like other people. I don't.
No,
No, I'm
no,
just, it's a plain statement. Was the bucket
no.
free? Was the water free? And was the soap free? Yes or no?
No, it wasn't.
Okay,
That's
so
the
you
point of
need
having
to
that
have some type
conversation.
of money because if there's absolutely no employment at all, and you need a bucket, you need water and you need soap.
What's your
And
point?
unless your mom or dad handed you 50, 60, 70 bucks to go get bucket, water, and soap, guess what? You don't have a bucket, water, or soap unless you steal it, ask for it, beg for it. Somebody gave it to you. You need some dollars to buy the bucket, the water, and the soap.
I
There's no
shot
way around it.
I shot dice and got it.
So you earned it by doing something. But imagine when there's no jobs and nobody got the money to shoot
But
dice
but
with
but
you.
but listen though, but shooting dice is
What
a gamble. That's
what
gambling. We're not talking about
Exactly.
gambling. We're talking about
I ain't
employment.
never shot dice in my life, man. Y'all tripping. What are
I'm
you
about to say,
what is the point? You're arguing with yourself because I'm not
no,
even
No,
no.
you just saying straight up that it don't cost nothing. And I'm saying
saying
everything costs something.
I didn't say that.
You got to
My
have
point is
something to
this.
get there.
Here's my
I did
point. Here's
not
my
say
point. Here's my
that.
point. Here's
I
my
didn't say
point.
that.
Listen,
Y'all said that.
my point is
What
this: it's an open dialect, and everybody's expressing just their opinion. My brother's 10 years younger than me, right? You are how old are you? 60.
yeah, something.
So so you're 60 something. So that means that you're probably at least 20 years older than me. My brother's 10 years younger than me. So we have an opportunity here to hear what different generations are saying. Your generation was not going through this. In your
Yeah,
generation, you
you
guys had
never would know.
jobs.
Then why you trying to drag me back to the shit? I ain't in it then.
No, we
You
not,
just
we
talk
not, we not trying to.
about your
That's
generation.
the reason for the open dialogue, so you understand. You know what I'm saying?
Who should be listening to who?
You should be listening to us.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because your
Everybody should be
generation had
listening
the
to each other.
jobs.
Yeah,
Your
your
generation had
generation
the
had
jobs.
jobs. Y'all didn't have technology like that when you was
Yeah.
growing up. What did you have that was affecting your job input? You could run the newspaper. Ain't no paper
Now
boy.
listen.
Ain't been no
Now
paper
listen.
boy since I was
If
alive.
if
So
we was having a
what?
conversation, if we was having a conversation about how to run a news route, we should be listening to you, right? But ain't no damn Wi-Fi. Ain't no damn
That, you know
Wi-Fi,
what? You
boy.
know what though? You know what though?
I'm
Just the
doing
simple fact that you was a paper boy proves my point. You had to have a start of something. You
Hey,
had to
hey,
have
look.
some type of job to be able to grow a business. And you was a paper boy. So you can't say, oh, I started it with nothing, because you already told us you was a paper boy.
And look.
And now you
And
see already, you see the effects of it because paper
but
boy
hold
is no
up.
longer a job.
what
But hold up.
have
To
I
be real though.
what have
But
I
to be
not
real
agreed
though.
with? Y'all just talking 100 miles an hour. I have never not agreed with nothing that you said.
Okay.
You just
Okay.
saying the same thing a different way and trying to push shit down my throat. I said your story, your opinion is not my story. That's the only thing I said. All the other stuff that you saying, I'm not stupid,
Yeah.
right? So
We're not
I'm not
saying you are. I'm not
as a
saying
no,
you are either.
But you made it about
Yeah.
your story, not us. We was
I
talking about
didn't.
the topic.
No, I didn't. I said
Well, when you
cash.
said that your opinion is not my story, you made it your story. We were talking about the general statement.
Let's
So
get to the
whenever you
next
started
topic.
saying
Let's
about
do
your
the next
story,
topic. Let's do the next topic because
that
this
sounds
one.
good.
Let's get to a different one.
Yeah, you start talking about electric cars and shit. And what I'm gonna do if it's because it's AI? I'm gonna
Let's get to
adjust.
a different one. Let's just get to another topic. Let's get to another topic.
The hello from Cuba. Why is it taking so long?
Huh?
The comments say hello from Cuba. Why is it taking so long?
Do
I don't
what?
know if they're really from Cuba, but if they are, I guess they're saying that they want Trump to hurry up and come do
But
it.
I got all my car dealers on big screen and speakers. Okay. Yeah. Hello from Cuba.
That's
Why
what's
is
up.
it taking? Oh, he's talking about Trump.
I guess so.
Yeah, I believe so. And I think what's taking so long, like he said, man, Trump, when he texted the other day, he said when they come back from Iran, they gonna drop. He think about dropping right through over there by Cuba, and he gonna maybe drop an aircraft carrier over there,
Yeah,
and
they
it
need.
ain't gonna be. It's not gonna be a back and forth with Cuba. Cuba's not Iran. Cuba is a small country, and it doesn't have a large military presence, doesn't have any kind of capabilities,
I don't even
and
got fuel.
so yeah,
Mhm.
that's gonna be something that's easily be will be a easily managed. Probably won't even have to be military troops on the ground or anything like that. I don't unless they go ahead and do the same thing like they did to Venezuela, go ahead and scoop up the you know the leader of the country. That's the only reason why I could see they would put anybody on the ground there, but it would only be like a special operation. There's no need. There's no reason. We don't even need. There's no reason for Cuba. The only thing that you get Cuba for is to prevent like Russia or Chinese influence in the region. That's it.
I think
What's
if
that?
anything, we pull up with a care package and feed them all and convert them into doing whatever we need them to do.
What this mean right here? My time is 2:40 p.m.
They're
Oh,
from Australia, and so they're trying to see what time it is for us. It's 11:52 where I'm at.
yeah, 11:52.
You know.
He
What's
said
AR?
Fidel Castro doomed us all. It needs to stop. That's what the Cuban said.
Yeah, he screwed it up. I think they get it fixed.
Do y'all got power right now? I heard Cuba didn't have power.
A lot of it, lot of places they don't. There ain't nobody moving around down there. Everybody, I don't know where they at.
They have rolling blackouts. What they have is rolling blackouts.
Hmm.
What's really happening is they don't like you have people in ICUs, you have children that are being born, you have people that are in need of medical attention and they are
Don't have
not getting
no.
it's rolling blackouts. So if you need a respirator or if you need something to keep you like say for example you're in a vegetative state, you're done for it. So a lot of
Yeah.
people are dying over there based off of the fact that they can't keep the electricity on. And if they do keep the electricity on in these hospitals, what they have to do is they have to get these huge generators to the hospitals, and they need diesel fuel for that.
Hmm.
They're not able to import diesel fuel. So problem over there. But that's just the problem as far as the humanitarian hospitality part. But it's also like how people can't get, they don't grow food. They don't have farms over there, not on a large scale. They don't produce oil. They don't produce anything. So if you look at what kind of cars they drive, they're driving cars from the 60s, from the
Yeah.
70s, from the 80s. We don't even have cars from the 60s and 70s and 80s still running in the United States.
Yeah.
If they
Oh,
do, that shit is a fucking auction car that's vintage and don't
yeah, it's
nobody drive it.
classic.
Yeah.
Right. We don't even have parts for that no more because they make it unavailable for us over here. But it's available for them over there.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
that's
They don't do the parts, make you buy a new one.
Yeah. You gotta
They
keep that money flowing.
do that shit with computers, phones, and everything else.
That's why they keep changing the iPhone charger.
True that.
facts. I'm tired of that shit. But
They
I ain't
said
gonna
they're gonna
lie,
change it again for the next one.
every time they change it, I ain't gonna lie, they make it fast as shit to charge your phone. But man, stop changing that shit.
So next time, I just want to be able to wave my phone next to an outlet, and that bitch better be charged.
Yeah.
Right,
They
right.
already
In
don't give
20
you a charger no more in the box.
on the smooth, no, they don't. On the smooth, well, really, I guess what's gonna come out next is you just never have to charge your phone again. You just walk around and you just charge itself based off the atmosphere. I mean, what else can be coming? So, golly.
It
Nah,
says
Eric,
I live in a protected area, luckily, but others have been without power for more than 24 hours.
Eric, when they put that chip in your ass, you just do this and charge it.
That's funny
uh,
right there.
That's crazy.
where you live at?
In Cuba,
I live in a
Oh,
protected.
okay. We in Cuba.
What
We got
what
some.
what
Yeah.
region do you live in Cuba over there? Like where you live at over there? Like, can you give us some like an example of you guys do have power?
Oh
Because
hell
from
no!
what I've been
Hey,
seeing,
but listen, don't do
Hell
nothing that's gonna get you hemmed up because
no!
we know y'all communists over there. We don't need you getting.
Motherfucker, that's the government. Shit.
Yeah,
well, I have a good idea of how it's working because
They say he live in Havana. Hey,
Havana. Okay,
yeah,
yeah,
we talking
Havana. I think
to
that's the capital over there. That's the
we
capital is
we
Havana.
talking to the government or
thank
talking
you,
to the
man.
cartel, one of the damn two.
Man, that's Nick
Yeah,
Shirley over there.
that's
Huh?
Nick Shirley.
That's Nick Shirley's murder account.
Uh,
Nah, I'm just playing, man. If you really are from Cuba, man, I mean, hopefully, even if we don't come make that part of territory, hopefully, America could do something to take care of you guys, make sure you guys have food, oil, power, stuff like that. Some type of deal worked out to where you guys can get taken care of.
Oh man, look, check this out. If they somehow found out who I am and where I live, I could go to prison.
yeah,
Oh
that's
shit!
true over there. It's a dictatorship over there, and a lot of
Yeah.
time in those places, that's what they do. They control the media, and
All of a sudden, my
but
light started
hey,
flicking.
if you let us know who you are, we ain't gonna tell them.
Nah,
Nah, don't do that. Hey, Mo really gonna die. You think they don't got that?
Nah.
They got intel. They probably got his IP address right now. Talk about if they found out who is. We
shit.
looking
Nah,
through
for
your camera
real.
right
When he said that shit, my light started flicking. I'm about to cut
But
this
you
shit off.
know, but you know what
now.
they got in Cuba? It's called the wet foot, dry foot law, where if you can make it to from Cuba to the United States
Man,
legally, if you make it over here on a boat or anything, you automatically can become a citizen.
yeah.
Long as
Oh
you
yeah,
wet foot from dry foot. Yeah. That's been like that
yeah.
for a long time.
That's why Florida full of Cubans.
Yeah.
Mm.
This is like
Okay.
Iran, but a little version. Not yet, man, because Iran is really going down over there, man. They having some stuff blowing up over there. It's some real deal stuff going on in Iran
He said a
people are
light
being
version.
exposed to. Yeah, but they not having ain't nothing striking them. Ain't no war going
Yeah,
on over there.
I think he just mean the way of living,
But
the value of living,
Yeah, same
how
he
basically.
hard
may
it
be
is.
talking about the blockade because there is a blockade on Iran and there is a blockade on Cuba. That may be what he talking about.
Yeah.
Well, the people in Iran don't have nothing, man. It's tight. It's the same thing. They don't have gas. They don't have nothing.
Well, that's an oil country, man. They have gas. They just they don't have
Man,
food. It's
they don't
because it's
have
a
shit
desert
out.
area.
This shit off. Ain't nothing flowing over there.
Yeah, you're right, because it's a blockade. You right.
Thank you for supporting us, Andy. Hopefully you're all good over there, man. Um,
Yep.
honestly,
Appreciate it.
man, y'all, it's about 12 o'clock. Y'all ready to wrap this one up?
Yeah, I think we did
Yeah.
good, man. I'm sending you something.
Yeah.
Eric, send your ass an invoice.
Yeah, I might jump in one or two times. Every now and again, I get ready to just rattle off some stuff. My little brother, he be doing the social media stuff. I really don't do it like that. But I told him I used to tell him I'll jump on his stuff, when he want me to, but I really don't be there like that. But hey, shoot, I'm always down for a good conversation. And like I say, man, everybody has their own perspectives, their own opinions. And so it's good to have dialogues with people with their own perspective. You know what I'm saying? You have your own,
Yeah.
I have my own, Josh have his own, everybody have their own thing. But yeah,
Well,
Yeah,
with
man.
that being said, we appreciate all y'all tuning in.
Yep.
Um, check me out, Unfiltered Logic, Josh Newman on Facebook. I got a book I'm coming out with this week, How to Be a Good American. So
Yep.
look out for that. And yeah, Eric, shut up. And with that being said, you know, we'll be back here live here soon. Me and Big Al are gonna work out a schedule of what days and stuff like that. We'll hop on here weekly, and we'll be coming back out, y'all.
What did you say about tomorrow?
Um,
figure it out, or we gonna tell them now?
I'll probably be free tomorrow. It just kind of depends. You know, it's Mother's Day weekend, so I gotta see what's going on.
Yeah,
But
let me know. I got some rolling around to do.
cool.
I just get up early and try to get it out the way, so I'd be adjustable.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
All right,
All right,
y'all, man. It was a good conversation, man.
All right. I'm
All right,
Y'all,
I'm gonna get up with y'all. I'm gonna hit you up, Al, whenever, and we'll link up with when we get everything set up when we're gonna start the next one. And Eric, I'm gonna see you probably anytime.
ready, bro. You already know what's up, man. We'll holler.
well,
All right.
you see me, I'm the shit show supervisor, so that's just how we roll, man. Hey, but I appreciate everybody logging in and everybody coming through and put the word out, man. We just do more of it, and we hopefully and prayerfully that we help somebody tonight. And we're looking forward to seeing you guys and you ladies in the future. And hopefully we'll grow together. And we need to make sure that we don't vote blue, no matter who.
No matter who.
Thanks.
But anyway,
Man,
we catch
don't
y'all on the
vote
flip
blue.
side. I appreciate y'all dropping in. And man, we are out of here. We'll catch y'all tomorrow.
Yes, sir. I'm ready.
Can't touch this.
Real. That gal on the mic, Uncle Coon in the house. Drop the knowledge, stay true, no room for doubt. From the dates to celebs, we cover it all. Tune in, hit subscribe, you don't wanna miss the call. Real. Al, Uncle Coon, bringing the heat. Every episode's fire, can't be beat. Hit that like, share the vibe. Join the fam, come along for the ride. Politics, pop culture, and everything between. Big Al's got the scoop, you know what I mean? From Harris to Trump, we break it down. Common sense talk, the best show around. Real. Al, Uncle Coon, bringing the heat. Every episode's fire, can't be beat. Hit that like, share the vibe. Join the fam, come along for the ride. Cash App, show some love, support the grind. Big Al's on the rise, one of a kind. Uncle Coon Podcast, the place to be for real talk, real folks, and real TV. Real. Al, Uncle Coon, bringing the heat. Every episode's fire, can't be beat. Hit that like, share the vibe. Join the fam, come along for the ride.